No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.
Oh, Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. Finally, we're here. Got sweat on, eating on full whack as you'd anticipate, even though it's been a relatively nice day. What is good? Ain't nobody down round here. Picking, pitching, ka-ching. Cheers, boys. What we saying? Oh. Behave yourself, 78 RPM. There's going to be plenty more times, and you know it. You know it. You know what time it is. Get that badger. In and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. Ain't nobody do it how he does it. Fucking so warm. We'll do them again next year now. 4 points. Unbeaten. I've had a few comments from Man U fans, to be fair, on them shorts that I've put up. And, you know, they can't act out, can they? And, you know, none of them are from Manchester anyway. But, you know, one of them just put sheep to us or something. And I thought, what? Like, why? What's sheepish about supporting Leeds United and going and watching them dominate at Old Trafford? There's so much to talk about, to be fair, isn't there? So, about the scum game, it was sensational. Spat out dummy his players that refused to play, demanded a move, or had a strop of some sort, fell out with manager or teammates. That'd be pretty much all Chelsea team, wouldn't it? They've all at it. Aubameyang did it. Tardiness. What's tardiness? Born gangster, yes, stinky dinky. The badger is making us wait, and you know it's stinky. Jack's in the wing with Enaz, is he? I've been in a mad rush to get it, but we're here now. Yes, Pat done. What's good? Yes, Peter White, my man Mingy. MVG. Exactly that. Keep him young. Tom Selleck is an impressive tash, says BMG. Love it. Pat Dunn, what's good? Brett, what you saying? Literally so hot. Only just heard about this sheep thing from TSB propaganda. Never heard of it us being called sheep shaggers before. Or is that what it's in reference to, MVG? Oh. Carrick has soiled his sen about 50 times since Monday, baby. And you know it, Neil Davison. And you know it, my brother. He absolutely has. To be fair, you know, with Farke's big reaction at end, I thought there might have been a couple of fireworks, but Farke, being the gent that he is, were pretty quick to get up, wasn't he, and subdue the situation, as it were. You know, he was down, loud and proud, and then up, and then like, get me up, get me up. It looked like he struggled to get up a touch, to be fair, but you know, like he said himself, he's not as fit as he once was. So. Yes, BMG. Jack, suggestions for tonight 11s is 2 polls, then a playoff. Poll A is 1, frequently changed hairstyle, and 2, spat dummy out. 3, surname not on shirt, first name, etc. Right, okay, is that the first poll? Right, let's have it. So first poll for which 11 semis? A is frequently changed hair. I'm going to put often. Changes hair. Can't be asked putting frequent, which is ridiculous because I've just spelled hair wrong, so that's how I fucked about. Spat out the dummy. And then I've got a few for spat out dummy, to be fair. Surname not on shirt. Get your polls in, boys and Bob. And Mimi. My daughter made me proud when I texted her how happy I was. Yes, indeed, 78 RPM. Why? What did your daughter do? Best day of the season and the performance of the season as well. You could hear a pin drop at Old Trafford. Wolves on Saturday, another 3 points, bro. And you know it, Mark Hemingway. Honestly, I also had a comment off a Man U fan saying something along the lines of, because we were going, United are back, United are back. And he put something like, you know, as you were chanting at the end, you know, United are back, you're challenging for, you know, 15th or whatever. So, you know, I just thought, well, at least we were chanting something. Because I can honestly put my hand on my heart and say I did not hear a single chant, like a chant, about a player, about a moment, about just nothing. Not even, you know, not even like a boring Arsenal style. At least they go, Arsenal, Arsenal. That's all they've got in locker, but at least they do that. Crazy. There was you could literally hear a pin drop from the kickoff. And then obviously when Casemiro scores, there's a pretty decent roar, and then you do hear the fact that, because you can get a bit confused in away end where you think that you're the only ones making noise, to be fair, but when they actually start, they just drown you out. Do you know what I mean? So you can't, because you can't compete with however many thousand there are. If they actually turn up the volume, you can't compete with it. So when they did score, it was like, all right, shit, we actually can't get a chant out now. We were pinned in for a couple of minutes. And then just went back to normal, and then we were being louder again. It's mental. You know, they're going about Anfield and stuff and their support, what have you, but we've got to be up there as one at loudest. You know, like it was absolutely relentless all the way through. And it doesn't just require a goal. We were relentless when we got there. And I know it's different at home. You're not going to be constantly going on one, are you? But even at Ellen Road, when we're not being particularly loud, there's like a hustle and bustle, like conversational, you know, like a Weatherspoons vibe, where it's like, at least it's like hustly and bustly, whereas it was honestly like, I mean, some Man U fans were filming our goals. It's like, what's that all about? And then filming like Okafor running off and celebrating. And I thought it must be a Leeds fan, because there were a few Leeds fans that had sort of snuck into home side and obviously kept stum. Because, you know, that'd have been that one. That I couldn't do that. I don't think I could do that, particularly after the celebrations. You know, Okafor has literally wrote himself in folklore, hasn't he? We can finally do away with that Beckford chant. Or, you know, not use it as often. It gets verging on a little bit embarrassing, I always think, that Beckford chant. Because, you know, it's like, have we never done all else since? It's like, but now we have. And, you know, it's massive in league. You go on about, you know, I'm loving cup run and stuff, but beating Man U in league is enormous, innit? It's not an FA Cup third round tie, for instance, which I'm happy we beat them, you know, with Beckford. But, you know, it's like, you know, it's a nothing game, innit? That is like, we are in the Premier League. We are here to stay. We're beating Man U away. That rhymes. Drew with them at home. They've not got a point. They've not got 3 points off us this season. We've got 4. They've got 1. In ascendancy. Beat the scum bastards. It is fucking mint. And I was there, and Greengrass had a ticket, and he bottled it. Outrageous, because of a bit of an hangover. You stay loose now, Mingy. You'll have to remind me of the second poll, BMG. How are we getting on with this poll here? Spat Dummy Out's got 53%. We'll let that go for another couple of minutes. And then we'll trigger the second. Badgers everywhere. Julie Neary, yes indeed. I want to do a shout out to Mark Bradley as well. Shout out to Mark Bradley for the super chat on my last video. I'm not sure Mark's here, but if he watches this back, shout out to Mark Bradley. I've not responded to you yet, man, but I've been super busy. Stay loose, stay loose. She was busy on X laughing at Scum fans melting down, getting, it's the best place to be, man. 78 RPM. Twitter, when something goes well or Arsenal lose. I mean, for it to happen in a week where we get into semi-finals at FA Cup, beat Man United at Old Trafford, Arsenal get pumped. You know, they lose, well, not get pumped, and Chelsea get pumped by Man City. Man City, Arsenal at weekend. What a game that is to be. It's all going swimmingly well. We need to focus. Need to hunt Wolves down like the Beavers and the Badgers that we are. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, Lukey boy, love it. The Badgers are in, the Sheep are in, the Peacocks are in, love it. I am confused already. Should be a poll, number 11, just party. Should be a poll, no 11, just party. Getting on the sesh. I was going to go wild tonight, which I may very well do. I've got a few down there, so we'll see how we get on. But what was last week's 11 as we had a glitch? Yes, indeed, we did. It was a mad ending, wasn't it? Did my head in that, Luke, as well, to be fair. 'Cause we were just getting going. Think BMG wants 3 polls, mate. Oh. Well, you can't poll all 3 different ones, though. There's no... How many polls do we have in at BMG? I'm still confused. I think I might have missed something at the start. Too busy eating prawn sandwiches. Yes, indeed, Joe Depp. Tasty stuff. Yes, AO. Thank you very much, dude. We've got 32 in room and we've got 30 likes. Have we? 20 likes. So let's get them likes up, boys. We're getting to 100 out with tonight. I'm fucking so warm. If Shant ain't eating down, there's going to be a big Nikita love shout in a minute. Because fucking hell, there's no need. Talk about sugar coating. I've been eating crunchy nut, which I can concur is like Frosties for adults, and it is delicious. Yes, Ena, get up. Ena in the wings, love it. My man Luke. No one dared jerk off Seaman's ponytail. They'd ended up with a stiff back ender. It makes perfect sense, Roger Slicker, but Calvert-Lewin needs not. He's a slayer, isn't he? Once the Man U fans got the Savile chant out of the way, they ran out of ideas. Literally, MVG. It's all anybody's got in locker, isn't it, at this point? He now getting the love. Yes, Bob Young. My son-in-law's a red. Daughter kept it from me for 6 weeks. 10 years later, and plenty of grief my way. I piled it on Monday. Yes, Bob Young. This is what we absolutely love to hear, man. But I've had so many people like saying, oh, just calm down. Somebody commented saying, when's DVD coming out? It's like, are you joking? You know, like they won't enjoy wins. Do you know what I mean? Don't you enjoy beating teams? Isn't that the whole point? And beat them we did. We were far better than them as well. It's not even like we, got away with one. We were so much better than them. That was the Anatomy 11. Check the comments from last week's Underlap. I posted it on there. BMG's always on the ball. Never fear. BMG is here. Whoever wins the title this season is going to be irrelevant in the media if Spurs go down. That would be the only saving grace, Brett, if Arsenal are to win the league. If Spurs go down, like you say, they will steal the headlines and we're straight into a World Cup, aren't we? So hopefully it's sort of get pushed to the back. I know the Arsenal fans would be insufferable, but I think after a few weeks it'd have gone. So, yeah. Yes, boys. Julie, best birthday month under the circumstances. First grandchild born yesterday too. Happy birthday, Piggy. Get up. Love it, War Piglet. Absolutely love it, sir. Shout out to Julie as well, my dear. Congratulations as well. First grandchild born. Love it. Perfect. Already got a grandkid straight with the win. Grandkid beat Man U. Bosh. Okafor first Leeds player to score more than 1 goal at our Old Trafford statue. And you know it, 78 RPM. I know I keep saying it, but your wingers, your front players just need to have days like these. There's no days like these, and we had to hold on to it for him, and that we did. You're going to weather a bit of a storm. I thought there'd be more of a storm, to be fair, from Man United. I thought it'd be more than, just getting the back up. The 10 men sort of fucked us over a bit, because I think it put us into like a, do we go, do we stay type of vibe? Do we push? Like, do we go for the total kill? Because really the game could have been out of sight, out of mind, couldn't it? And then the 10 men would have just been like, them would have just coasted to the final whistle, really. Because, Tanaka's massive chance, Calvert-Lewin really early doors. But with them ones, particularly the ones before the goals, this sounds ridiculous, but, the goal changes the game, doesn't it? So if Calvert-Lewin gets an early goal, what happens then? The game's completely different, isn't it? So you've just got to take, it wasn't 3-0, it was 2-1. You need a little bit of adversity as well, don't you, just to say, because then Man U fans can't just keep, like they have been doing, well, no, we were just shit. It's like, well, yeah, but we were, what does that mean we were then? Does that just mean we were shit, just a bit less shit? It's like, no, we were excellent, dominated the game, absolutely. We literally battered them. And my man Farke again just schooled that youngster, Carrick. Schooled him, mate. Piglet getting the love, Piglet and Julie getting the love, love to see it. Yes, indeed, Ming, I know. Well, he also said about Okafor's goal, and the second goal, he said, there's time to Leeds United really need to pounce on this and get the second goal or whatever, and then second goal goes flying in. It's like, and he goes, oh. It's like, ha, fucking dick slap. Put the second poll up now. We can multitask. Yes, indeed, BMG. What was the other? So the winner of that is Spat the Dummy out. So what is the second 11, BMG? What's the second poll? What's the other semi-final? Fucking Paul B. Looking for Paul B. Here we go. What's the Tom Selleck? A Tash. Is it right? Just a Tashy player. So Spat Dummy Out's won the first semis. So second semi. 11. The Tashmen versus Name is a place, city, district, country, etc. Name is a place. That's a good one. Name is a place. District, city, etc. And then we've got weather, climate, season related. What's weather, climate, season related mean? Weather. The name, like Somerville, for instance. I need to catch up where the fuck I was now. Hang on a minute, boys. Statue, we're in the statue, Neville. Right, we're in. At the 36 point we've got, 10 have come from Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool. Go figure. Yes, Bob Young. Been amazing. And really, you do want them, if we beat Wolves, that's 6 points off Wolves. They're bottom at league. That's a massive 6 points, isn't it? In terms of, I know we fucked up against Burnley. We've got a chance to override that. There's been loads of points we could have picked up elsewhere, but really, for the overview of the season, we've had some really high moments, haven't we? Unbeaten against Liverpool, unbeaten against Chelsea. Unbeaten, 4 points off scum. Yeah, unbeaten. Yeah, 2 draws against Liverpool, wasn't it? Yeah. And then obviously you got there's only Man City and Arsenal that have done us both times, really. So at the top, has anybody else beat us twice? I can't remember the first Sunderland game. I don't know if they beat us or not. I know, glitch did me, Luke. Absolutely did me like a kipper, brother. Beating Man United at home was the best win we've had in over 40 years, but it is concerning how we fell apart later on in the second half and couldn't stop the Man United onslaught. You must be pulling my plonker there, AO. You're definitely on wind up there, big man. Now I love to see it. But that is rage bait, is that, AO. They're always going to have moments. They're third in league. Everybody seems to forget we've not even beat Man United in of 2 years ago when they were shit and everybody were beating them. They've actually come good past couple of months. So the third in league, they're legit. They're the Man United of, not of yesteryear because they're never going to win out of this scum, but you want a bit of the onslaught. They're only pumping ball into the box. We dealt with everything, didn't we? We dealt with their onslaught. They didn't deal with our onslaught. I must admit, I was fucking bricking it when DCL gave away a soft and needless free kick on halfway line with nearly time up. I know, BMG, I thought when balls were getting delivered into the box, and I cannot, please, everybody believe me that I cannot stand Fernandes, and I do not want to pay the bloke even a remote compliment, but, I must be truthful. His deliveries into the box from that, wide right area are absolutely outrageous. He's actually better at them in play than he is from set pieces, but when he's delivering them balls in, they are dangerous balls. Obviously that's where goal comes from with Casemiro, but he's just delivering, and you just think, it's like when you sort of sit in and he's just got that opportunity just to keep clipping it in, it's like, oh fuck me, because I'd resigned myself to 2-2 at one point. I just thought it'll make me feel better if I get out of here thinking, well, a draw's all right. But, obviously I didn't want that. But in your head, you're just thinking, I need to look after after my emotions here. I need to look after my mental health. But, you know, we got those 3 points. It's massive 3 points. But it's, you know, and I don't want to say it'd be wasted if we don't go get something at Wolves or batter Wolves. We need to go beat Wolves at weekend. But really, we need another 6 points out of next games, I think, and we're done. It's mad. Will the little one follow War Piglet into the military or become an engineer like Julie? This is the question. Well, as long as the Leeds MVG, he'll be absolutely fine in my book, whatever the Badger wants to go down, whatever road he chooses. Delicious day to all my G's. We've started saying G's, haven't we, Cletus? And you know it, my G. We've started to hear it. Starting to spread it as well. It's spreading like the G coast. My neighbour WhatsApped me when the second goal went in to ask what was going on. Is that genuinely true, BMG? Because the first goal went in and it went over my head a little bit. I was like, I don't know, I just sort of got settled in a bit and I was like, it's in. And I was just a bit like, I don't really know. And then the second goal, oh my God, it was mental. It was mental in ground. I swear to God, there were legs everywhere. Forward thinking as per by the legendary. Always thinking forward, very engineering like of you, sir. How ironic, Harry and Archie Gray get 2 separate relegations, then feck we binned them when we did. Well, the calls for Archie Gray to come back will be large and clear, won't they, when they go down. Would you take him? You'd take him, wouldn't you? But I'm only kidding. Like, there's bloody roasting in it. It's not too bad now, so I don't want to have a go. So I was going to shout that MVG, but yeah. We sometimes tread slightly precautiously. Yes, Mingy, go grab a beer, me old mucker. Yes, Ming. Did anyone see square ball? Fans still outside and missed first goal. I did not see that, no, Luke, but that's a madness. To be fair, we were cutting it quite fine because my brother came to pick us up, so we were like, well, I say us, it only ended up being me, but yeah, it wasn't touch and go because, you know, me and our kid can get a bit of a stomp on, you know, but you are worried about getting into ground and stuff and finding your way about, but that we did and we got in. We were in for, to be fair, 15 minutes. We're in for 7:30 and then a quick pint and then into the theatre of wet dreams, into the theatre of, I don't know, night terrors for them. So get the second poll up if you haven't by now, Jack, and close off the first, then we can have the final with the 2 winners. Let's see how the poll's getting on, Mingy. The Tashman is going very well, I must say. The Tashman is on 57%. So it could be the Tashmen up against the, I can't remember what we were calling them. The spat dummy out guys. Lukey getting the love. Word of the week is buzzing. Buzzing like an old fridge freezer, Mr. Whitesnake. Buzzing like a can of pop. Fizzing like a can of pop, rather. Zinging like a tower burger. I don't watch square ball. I need to maybe watch. Everybody bangs on about it, don't they? Get your hand off me bubble, mate. And you know it, Julie Neri. War Piglet always tickles me with that stuff. With the get your hand off me here, mate. The more I see that, the softer. It's soft, but the more I see it, the more I think, well, he's grabbed his hair, hasn't he? I do also think that if you're gonna have a ponytail, it's gonna get grabbed a bit in it. Because if he tried to grab my hair, he'd fail, wouldn't he? And I think if you slow it down, and he's trying to grab a shirt, but then ultimately he shouldn't be grabbing his shirt either. But Calvert-Lewin's got enough about him, hasn't he? He throws himself about enough. He's got his arms everywhere as well. It's a physical battle, but I don't care, do I? See you later. We barely get ults. It's good to see, to be honest, that because if it's a sending off, it's a sending off. Obviously, it has to go, and go he did, and laugh I did. Laugh did I? Yes, I did. Daniel Farke is doing his job, hopefully, here next season too. 101 Art Club. Perfectly put, sir. He certainly is doing his job. He's remained so calm. He's such a legend. He's weathered so many storms with us. We've had a bad patch this season. We was good before that. We was good after that. Now he needs to complete the job, as he will, providing he does, which he will. He will be here next season with a few more flavours on top. We know what we need to build at, do need a little bit more. I mean, the idea that we don't create chances, I think, is a little bit of woof, but I think we could do with a bit more strength going forward. And even potentially, well, it's just strength in depth, innit? We need another left back. I think Goodmanson's amazing, but we need another one if we can keep hold of Goodmanson and stuff. Be interesting to know see if anybody goes, but keep hold of Goodmanson, get a left back in to give him a bit of competition, like a James Justin level wing back, where he is actually providing competition for Bogle, isn't he? But he's just found himself play well in centre back area. Really, we want to be keeping everybody other than sort of like your real fringe players like Peru, Joseph. Obviously Byron will get moved on. Who else is there? Depending on who you bring in, really. But because if you bring in some decent talent, then you can start looking around thinking, well, I mean, I think Metch has had a good season and stuff, but it'd be interesting to see what he does. But he probably won't get the move that he wants. So it'd be just interesting to see where we go, really. Fuck off, Manx. Fuck off, Banks. We are Leeds. We are fam. Marching on together. All along with the war, Piglet. Can confirm it is the Tashmen. So the grand finale. The grand final for... Fuck me, I can't spell final. The grand final for this week's 11. The Tashmen. Which I think's been helped by my naming of it. Against the Spat the Dummy Outers. Let's have it. Commence your vote. Get your vote in, boys. When the cock wombles go down to 78 RPM, let's have a little look at Premier League here. Because we've not been bothered about it ever since we achieved safety. So 6-point gap to us, which is splendid to see. 2-point gap to West Ham and a 3-point gap to Notts Forest. So we get two wins and a couple of positive results. Say if we get 8 points. Oh, the flies are getting in because of lights. I'm gonna have to shut window. If we get 8 more points, that'll put us on. Or we're not, maybe not. Let's get 6. 6 points in 6 games, which is extremely achievable. Two. I can easily see us getting 2 wins anyway. That's 42 points, which is what Newcastle are currently on. That'd mean Tottenham have to get 12 points just to be near us. Just to be level with us. And our goal difference is better. They'd have to get 12 points from the next 6 games. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 wins just to be near us. And then with 2 games, and that's providing we just get 2 wins. How exciting is that, boys? Seriously, when you say it like that, how exciting is that? We're back. We're back. We're home. We're home. United are back. United are back. We're home. We're home. Farke should exclusively have DCL practice scoring goals in training, as those missed chance was unbelievable. To be fair to that first one though, he's sliding in, isn't he? It's not a difficult chance to take, but in terms of he's only just trying to get on end of it, isn't he? There's no direction involved there. He's not directing the ball either way, really. It's not like a chance. It's more of like a poacher's goal, isn't it? Where you're in right place at right time and you sort of hope the keeper isn't the same. Because you're both reading the cross come across the 6-yard box. You're both reading it. And then he's coming in one side and the keeper's sort of running across the other. And, it's a bit of pot luck is my point. But yeah, we can always have DCL practicing scoring goals. It do no harm. It's hard to be critical of Farke, says BMG. There will still be people waiting in the wings, BMG, as you well know, to come for Dr. Farke and the medics, and it'll probably get pushed into next season now, unless we get beat to Wolves, and then it'll just go back to normal where it says, look, this is what the whole problem is and all that stuff. MVG says, I'm sure Voldemort and his followers will find a way, BMG. I agree, yeah. The problem with it is MVG is they get both. They get to ride the storm, don't they? The riders of the storm. They get to enjoy the game on Monday, and then piss and whinge about Wolves. It's like there's just, I feel like there's very little context, but You know, it is what it is. And I'm not. I am very much Farke in for next year. And if we don't get off to a good start and stuff, it's the same thing really. You know, you got 10 games starts next season. If we do make some decent acquisitions, if we do get some decent players in, he's got 10 games to make it happen again, hasn't he? That's the nature of the beast now in football. And you know, but while he's riding high, while we're playing well, and while we're beating big teams, and we've got that big team mentality, and I feel like he's got everybody on board, what's not to like? He has arrived, the Lord Whitesnake, Mr. Whitesnake in the building. We will see the best of Okafor next season. He is still settling in. Yes, indeed, 78 RPM. And Farke actually alluded to that, didn't he, to be fair? He spoke about it, saying, you know, he's taken a bit of, he also needs time to settle in, and he's done everything he's been asked of him and stuff. I actually think he seems like a decent character, because Farke also said that there's a lot of talk that he kicks off a bit, spits dummy out style, you know, he can do that. But, you know, I think he's taking it, I think he's got that big dick energy, like I always say about him. And, you know, just coming over on jet with all his mates and that over to the club, it's like, he does have that I can never say big dick energy, and I always want to say it, and I can't ever fucking say it. But he's got that big dick energy, where it's like, but I think when you come to a club that's just sort of been promoted, he brings the big dick energy, doesn't he? Because it's like, well, I'm from a big club, and I play for my country, and I'm the winger, I'm the ball player, give me the ball, give me, you know, because apparently he was saying, you know, that really tickled me in the interview when he goes, we had, our manager told us to be on the front foot from the first minute, and we have to scary them. I thought, we have to scary them. We have to scary them. Scary them. Scum are pissing and moaning about the red, but conveniently don't mention that we were 2 up anyway. Exactly, BMG. It's blinkers on, and the idea that Man United can complain about anything to do with referees is a scandal, isn't it? Barry Kemp won't be easy Saturday. Everyone thinks it's a formality after Man United game. I agree, Barry Kemp, 100%. That's what I mean. And then it'll come down on Farke's door, won't it, immediately, when in reality, like you say, it's a complete individual game. Wolves aren't really playing for just a bit of pride, but you know they've had a decent spell, haven't they? Lost and drawn the last 2, but then they went, you know, they beat 2 big clubs, didn't they? They beat Liverpool, and then we're at Villa they beat. Keane and Wright both critical of DCL's contributions. What do those 2 clowns know about football? A fair bit. Where have they been critical about his contribution, though? Are you happy to now say that he does win the ball in the air, Roger Slick? Got to give Dr. Farke another 2 years now, and we keep Ampadu and some of the quality lads. Ampadu is... I'll open a bottle to Ampadu. Ampadu is the man to take us forward for the next 10 years, and I aren't even joking. I think he'll come on leaps and bounds. I genuinely think he'll get better and better. I think he's come on leaps and bounds this year. I thought he came on leaps and bounds last year. I honestly think he's really coming into... And let's bear in mind, you know, sometimes... I remember Forshaw saying about this, like the Premier League sort of suits him a little bit. You do get a little bit more time on ball. I know it's a much more highly pressured scenario, and when they do press, you're really under cosh. And there's it's just a more pressurised environment in it in general in every stadium. But you do have a little bit more time to have a look and take a touch. You know, they don't stomp on you touch, do they? Even in the press, they're not coming flying in. You've always got that even first time pass. Whereas in Championship, sometimes the ball can get played out and you're into a tackle, aren't you? They tend to be more interceptions in the Premier League. I don't know the statistics, but just from my viewing eyes, there's more interceptions in the Premier League rather than like, you know, challenges like Dallas style, like always hitting into someone, like just getting there. That's what the Championship's like. Whereas if they're not getting there, the Premier League, they don't go. They'll have a look and then they go, I'm not going to get there. Whereas, and if they can get there, you don't even get the touch. Do you know what I mean? That's what we were doing on edge of Man United's box overnight. Getting there before Casemiro or whoever it was on edge of their box. I couldn't see. I can't remember the bedlam that were going on. But Ampadu and Tanaka were really starting that press, really going for it and putting it on them, because they were obviously playing out front keeper straight into centre mid, and we were winning the ball. But it's not in a tackle. Always supported improving the doubters wrong. Yes, indeed. Same here. 101 Art Club. Seems crazy to me that nobody did, that majority didn't really. No, I don't mean that. The majority definitely did. It's the silent minority that didn't, I think. I'll close this poll now. It's too tight to call. Let's get 2 more votes in. It's 52%, 48%. It's a close call, this one, fellas. Get a couple of votes in. Let's get this 11 going on. It's nice and laughable, says Mingy. The Ming, the man, the legend. I don't think anyone thinks it's a formality, Barry Kemp, in fairness. I think the consensus afterwards will be, though, MVG. That's all I would say. Whether, you know, I know what Barry's saying, because it's like, you know, people will just sort of like pass it off as like, well, the bottom at league, like we should be beating them. So we're still a Premier League team, and everybody were telling me last year that they're good. So people can't really make their mind up with it. I don't think they're good. But, you know, I've been told for long enough that they are, so you know, you've still got to beat these teams, and they come with a different plan, don't they? And they come to upset. They'll want to come to Ellen Road and win, won't they? So, or nick a point, or just they're not coming to roll over. So, I think he's got a lot more to say. BMG, I could listen to him for ages. His journey to Ellen Road is epic. Is that in reference to? Is that in reference to Farke, or commentator noticed the cheating bastard chant for Cunha? What was said, BMG? The hand of the snake, merciless the Ming. We love it. Yes, yes, not another Leeds podcast. Danny in the building. All that money and Fernandez can't fix his teeth. Could eat an apple through a letterbox. Love to see it. Not another Leeds pod. Need to get you back in action, brother. And you know it, I've stood up. It was to shut my window, but I'll pretend it was. I've stood up to pay homage to Danny. I'll have to get you back on, Danny, for I can't stand calling them interviews, but basically that's what they feel like. I feel like I'm interviewing you for a job, mate. Although you've already got the job. You've got any job you ever want off me, mate. And I mean any job. Shout out to Danny. Smash those like for our Jack. Yes, indeed, War Piglet. And you know it, my brother. Redeem thyself and subscribe, like. Love it, War Piglet. 'Cause if you don't, you're a fucking muppet, mate. Appreciate you. What you reckon to Farke's comments on AO in the press conference, says Alexander Noel. I thought you were right, dude, as I would with Farke, as Roger Slicker will be straight in to say that I just agree with Farke, but I think he's correct. I don't think there's any need to... I think players are going to go in and out of form. I think it's a masterclass from Farke playing him. So everybody was saying, we need Tanaka in the side, we need Tanaka in the side. He needs to play his way back into the side. He has then done, and he were excellent, absolutely excellent. And he will start on Saturday. Make no bones about it. You know, that's the acid test, isn't it, really? He'll start again on Saturday and hopefully brings the heat again. But there's no denying it. He had a few poor games. And we do ultimately, you know, Longstaff's my best mate. He's been pushed to the bottom of the stack now. Stack, ironically. But, you know, Stack, Ampadu, Gruev, Tanaka are all in front of Longstaff now in that role. I mean, he don't really play in the Ampadu role, to be fair, or the Gruev role. But you get my point. You know, he's making them changes before he goes to Longstaff. I enjoyed Longstaff coming on at Old Trafford when we beat him 2-1 other day. Because I just think he shores stuff up. And ultimately, I do think with Tanaka, one criticism I'd have of him, which I think is a harsh criticism, but it's a reality. Sometimes when the game's in ascendancy and you need players like that, that's exactly the player you need. But I think, and I don't want to say it can get a bit flappy, but I think his job is to tame the game by getting on the ball, isn't it? And when it gets a bit hectic, I think he can struggle with it. Less so when he comes off the bench and it's a hectic game and it's like, you know, and he's there to try and make a difference, and I don't know, I think he can get 60, 70 minutes into games, and I do think a change is needed, really. But, you know, it war at Old Trafford, you know, and I know you're not allowed to say that, but, you know, it's always going to be a difficult place to go, hence the last 40-odd years. Although it's slightly skewed, that league, isn't it? Because obviously we didn't play him for 18 years or whatever it was, 16 years. So it's not really a full representation and not beating him, is it? Because we didn't play him for a long time in the league. But these stats are good to some extent, as long as it don't go another 40 years without beating him again. But yeah, I'd largely agree with his comments, dude. I think it's good to keep a lid on it. I think AO seems like a good gadge. So I think he'll know exactly that. I think Farke's quite good at man management, much to everybody's dismay. So I think nothing it'll say in a press conference won't have been said to the player's face previously. So yeah, what do you think, man? Mingy giving Snakey the love. Tom Selleck is an impressive Tash. That he is, my G. The Tashmen has done it on its neck and neck though, but 52% are on the Tashmen. Let's make it happen, boys. Get your 11 Tashes in. My first one is Graham Souness. Not another podcast getting the love from Luke. Who did Tom play for? I'm not sure Tom Selleck did. Who is it that loved Pauls? It's AO that loved Pauls, and you know it, BMG, and you know it. If you don't know by now, you never motherfucking knew, Mr. Whitesnake. Gate up. Belting BMG, love the 11s, yes indeed. Nobody do it how we does it. Yes, Weather 11 is like Somerville. We can also have Jeff Winter as a ref. That'd have been a nice touch. Honestly, I don't understand what the fuck that poll is about. It's just words on the screen. Stay loose, AO. Stay loose. You love the polls, so it doesn't matter whether you know what they mean or not at this point. Watch out for the yellow, says BMG. He don't hold back no more. We not had this before, BMG. Sure, I remember Winterburn. Yes, indeed. Peter White on the congratulations. Congratulations and tribulations. You should always read the handbook before entering the underlap. Our wing forward at rugby once yanked back this guy's ponytail. It nearly broke his neck. It was in a loose maul that couldn't send him off because he wasn't sure who did it. Now that, Roger Slicker, is hella news, isn't it? Hella news. That save by Darlow from Sesko when Justin cleared off line was immense. The other saves were okay, but that was class. Yeah, there were some good saves, Ad. You need your keeper to be on tip-top form, don't you, BMG, which he was. I thought they won the DCL double block. He's like a madness as well. He's obviously, I think he headed it off at line and then he sort of charges out and just blocks it with his foot. That were a bit of a madness, truth be told. AO popping the controversial comments early doors. You know it, War Piglet. He doesn't hold back no more than RAO. Tanaka pocketed Fernandez whilst he was on. I agree, Matt. I thought we were all over him for 70 minutes. I just mean there's no denying the quality of the gimp. I can't stand him, but there's no denying when that little weasel gets on ball and he does have a little bit of areas to manoeuvre in. And it's hard to keep up the top players, which I'm reluctant against calling him a top player, but they are used to not being in the game at all moments. I feel like with our team, and that's totally fine, but we have to be 100% for 100% of the game. Do you know what I mean? Every player has to be absolutely bang at it. And the top players don't, do they? They just need moments, don't they? So you've got to be just absolutely bang at it, and we were and have been for the majority of the season. Ming, yeah, we kicked it around but never properly did it. We're in now, BMG. Let's have it. Not another unfinished poll. We never unfinish them. Stay loose. Any news updates on our current injury, says Roger Slicker? Yes, it's exactly the same, Roger Slick. So Dan James is still out. Anton Stack's still out and Rodon's still out. So I think it'll be the same starting lineup. I enjoyed the lineup though, and to be perfectly honest, we didn't actually miss Stack, which is a mad thing to say because he's been so mint, but it's maybe forced. Well, no, it won't have forced him into a decision, but Stack plays, doesn't he, away from home if he's fit. And I just think it gave Okafor an opportunity potentially to start. And then, what am I saying? And then Tanaka on the pitch. Yeah. Well, Jack, my G, yes indeed, Lukey boy. Went up to Glasgow to see Prodigy and it was fucking awesome. Carl Cox was banging as well. Did he warm up for him? Then drove back to Wales this morning, still buzzing. Love it, Luke. Sensational stuff, my G. We started saying my G, by the way, everybody. I've seen Prodigy, mate. I saw him at Leeds Fest last year, or possibly the year before. I think it was the year before. And I saw him at the first direct in Leeds, and they are mint. First direct in Leeds is actually it was the last gig before. Oh, it was the same tour certainly before Keith Flint died, which is a bit mental. So, end the poll, says BMG. Get it done. We've got it done, BMG. Apologies. When we beat Wolves and the Cockwombles, lose to Brighton, we are safe. Well, this is it as well, 78 RPM. I never even thought about that. If we beat Wolves and the Cockwombles lose, never mind the 12 points. You know, we're on 9 points then. You know, and then it's 5 games to go, innit? And then they suddenly need 5 wins to get anywhere near us. It's a madness. I think 1 win might even be enough. It's probably unlikely that all 3 of Forest, West Ham and Spurs get to 39 points. I agree, BMG. It was a massive moment. We've had big moments this season, and we've not been able to pull away from the bottom 3, have we? And then the past... that game, they kind of never felt closer to us, and now we've felt further away than this, don't get me wrong. If we win at the weekend, I think we're out of touch, I agree. But yeah, we sort of like that was kind of a moment where we thought we'd stay in there. We thought we'd still be hanging around them at weekend, and we thought this Wolves game would sort of make or break us, which it still does. But well, it don't break us, but it'll double make us. Do you know what I mean? It won't break us, but it'll double make us. Whereas if we'd have lost on Monday and then lose to Wolves, I'd have started to say I think we're potentially going down here. I had 2 Scum fans over to watch the game. It was beautiful. Yes, Ina. I hope you didn't watch that in the wings, though, Ina. I hope you were loud and proud, my brother. Julie shushed me. Next door's a scummer. Pissed myself laughing. Get up. Fuck the scum. Ming says, I've got tickets to Burnley, and that's the game that we stay up. Love to see it, Mingy. See you there, my G. Started saying my G now, guys, by the way. If you could smash a like for us, we had 52 in the room. We've got 45 likes. Let's keep them likes moving and grooving, boys. Bob and Mimi. Keep the likes moving for us, man. It's spat out the dummy versus whoever wins Paul B. Yes, BMG. We're in now. It is the Tash 11. I need to catch up on comments. Now, we finally beat Man United at home. We'll probably end up losing to Wolves and draw against Burnley, and that's my controversial rage bait comment of the day. This is what I mean, AO. Shoot me through the screen, but I'd take 4 points from Wolves and Burnley at this point now. I think that, again, is enough. I don't think we'll just lose every other game. I think we're strong. If we get 6 points, we're home and dry. Like BMG and MVG said... Oh, it's 78 RPM, sorry, yeah. If they lose to Brighton as well at weekend and we win, it's fucking enormous. And then I'm really going to start wondering whether they're going down. I'm really going to get behind that train. Sorry, Piggy, has your house price gone down? Will do if they're next door. Yes, my cunt. Ugh, 4 again. Ugh, 4 again. Ole, ole. Ugh, 4 again. Ole, ole. Ugh, 4 again. Ugh, 4 again. There's been some mint. There's been like, you know, the Stretford end or whatever. It just says the Okafor end. Somebody's like edited it and stuff. Sensational stuff, my cunt. Love it. Ena must have been joyful. Yes, indeed. He's no better than beating him next to him. I have one fear, people, as I lose concentration whilst doing homework. Apart from my team, how many teams have done the double on their main rival this season? I wouldn't know off the top of my head. Would Archie replace Bogle if he returns, says Jimmy Sandwiches. It's a good poll, that, mate. I would say no, though. I think they'd look to put Archie Gray in middle. Would Archie... I mean, he won't come back. Replace Bogle if he came back. I don't think they'd put him right back. But if they did... If they did put him right... If he came as a right back, would he replace Bogle? I'm not sure he does, but... Enjoy it, Enai. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better beat the scum at home. It's Okafor and the Stretford end. I can't remember the flow on the... Lose yourself off the top of my head. Not sure where he'd go. Well, they'll all be looking to jump ship from Tottenham. You know, I don't want any of them. I think they're all absolute jenks. I think they're all absolute toss jobs. they're all backdoor bandits. They don't fancy it, so not for me. Keep them all in Championship. Let them go to Benfica's at World. Fuck them. Yo, fuck them. I must say, I thought the first was a foul by DCL. I thought DCL was offside in the build-up to the second, and I thought the red would be overturned. BMG. BMG. I hope there's no Man United fans in here, brother. Slow down, BMG. I don't want to hear any of that said again. Love it, BMG. Square ball, there's a dude reminds me of Carl Pilkington. Joe used to call me Carl Pilkington, didn't he, on here? And I'm like, Carl Pilkington. Pulling hair is not a tackle, and it is 100% a red card. Well, they all get sent off for it. No matter, you can't judge the how aggressive or lack of malice is in it. So again, fuck them. Granit Xhaka's stats at the weekend outperformed all three Spurs midfielders combined at the weekend, and it's things like that will make them go down. It's a madness, Brett. I was going to ask about the homework, Brett. I didn't know. Is that just the statistician's homework? I know that was done. Carragher, we're on about that, and it's a crazy stat that especially when Granit Xhaka's legs have gone, or they will have gone next season. But yeah, they just don't want it, do they? They're all they're all on way out, aren't they? It's the worst thing to happen when you've got like big time players that believe they're not in a relegation battle. They don't think them individual players. The reason why everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Archie Gray is the best player and he's the only one trying," is because he's the only one that actually realises that his career relies on it, and he's in a relegation battle. And it's like, this is my first year here. I'm in a relegation battle. Do you know what I mean? So it's like. Well, not his first year there, but you know what I mean? He's suddenly in a relegation battle, and he knows what a relegation battle is, or he knows what it's like to be in the Championship, and he thinks, you don't want to go there. I've heard so many Spurs fans on TalkSport saying it'd be good for us to go down. It's like, if you come straight back up, that may very well be the case, but the rebuild, as we know, is rock hard, and if it don't go well for you when you go down there, you get stuck big style. Quicksand down there. I think we can get rid of some deadwood this summer, like Harrison, Mez, Cairns, Byron, Peru. Yes, BMG, I agree. And like Peru, you should get decent money for, really. As for air pulling, pull the wife's hair, see what happens. There's a time and a place, isn't there, Luke? For a good old air tug. Normally wait for permission. Yes, Leeds LUFC, what's good, my lad? Welcome. MJ, huge injury, I hear. MJ as in Joseph. Fuck knows, you'll have to enlighten me. We don't do abbreviations very well over here. Dr. Farke making his story, his story. Love it, War Piglet. That's exactly what he's doing. He's writing himself in his story for Leeds United. Get up. I mean, when I research, I lose focus of MVG. We all lose focus, always, Brett. Which keeper do we stick with on this FA Cup run? Fucking hell, Roger Slicker. Well, he's going to stick with Perry, innit? But I think the much of a muchness, really. I know Perry can be a bit of a lurch, and you rang and he can do dumb shit, but Darlow's the better keeper. But I don't think the world's apart. So I personally think we should prioritise keeping Rodon, Struijk, and Biol as our back three. Very solid and now proven. We maybe need backup, but they are strong and proven. Yeah, that's what I mean. You just need more. Like Bornau, really, unless he really is showing something in training. Is the type that can get moved on, can't he? And we can bring in another player similar. You need to keep the squad moving in terms of like, so that Rodon, Struijk, Biol are all worried about the fact that their position's not always guaranteed. Whereas you do get into a bit of a steady rhythm where you think, well, Bornau's nowhere near as good as us, so he's not coming in unless I'm dog shit or injured. Do you know what I mean? So you need to keep things ticking. Perry's got us this far, says MVG, which is, a good shout. Forest are beating Porto 1-0. Luke says it's Perry as well. Let's have a look at Archie here. If Archie comes back, would Archie replace Bogle? 96% have said no. But this is a good moment to put... should Farke stick with Perry in FA Cup? Jack, I was at the 1981 match. We fluked it. There were Man United supporters among the Leeds lot and they started scrapping us. Ended up back in Leeds too late to catch a bus and had to walk to Bradford. Martin J. Cook, that sounds like, well, it sounds like heaven and hell all dressed up in one attire, doesn't it? So, I mean, it's a brutal sport, innit? It's a brutal sport, Martin J. Cook. But, you know, how long is it to walk to Bradford from Leeds? I could have just put this into maps, but I just want it to just tell me. 3 hours, 36 minutes walk from centre to centre. Which isn't actually as bad as I thought. But it's still hellacious at, 11, 12 o'clock at night. That's simple, Andy says, Perry and Meslier need to find new clubs in the summer. Darlow is our number one. I'm not sure about that, There's a poll coming up for that, I think. The only reason I'm not sure that Spurs will go down is they are big six and it seems unreal. I'm still not happy to accept that they're probably going down. I just think West Ham will go. I think Forest will probably do enough, but I think West Ham will just wobble. And then we might send them down last game of the season. So you ditch Perry and pick Darlow against Chelsea, I don't actually know what my thoughts are on that. The grog is tasting like scum tears. Get the bottle up, mate. Next season will be easier. The 3 promoted teams won't have the wiggle room to spend what our teams did, as they've spent too much in the Championship. And I also don't think... I think the teams coming up from the Championship will be... I think it'll be back to normal a bit, to be honest. I think they'll struggle. I think Coventry will struggle. I know they've been decent this season. Ipswich, I mean, if it's somebody like Millwall, they're just cannon fodder. Ipswich might be all right, but again, I think they'll just go. I think all 3 teams will go down again, to be honest. Call me sentimental, but I'm hoping Peru scores in the semi-final and final. It would be Ella Sweet, wouldn't it? Ella Sweet, Roger Slick. Easier to stay up next season. You've heard it here first. Can you hear Yidami sing? Cock wombles wobbling off. Yes, indeed, War Piglet. They'll be wobbling all over the place, mate. Wobbling. 100% MVG. Perry and Meslier have no business being in goal for Leeds United in the Premier League. I'm not the biggest Perry fan, you know it. Brutal, I want to get on your bad side. I know it's a ruthless time to send it in as well. Perry's done well in the cup. That cannot be denied, MVG. Anyone see JJ saying we sent a message? I have not seen that, Ming, to be fair. But I like JJ's attitude about stuff, man. I think he's on the ball. Spot on, if we stay up, we will have a much stronger squad, and it's unlikely that any of the promoted teams will finish above us. Even if we didn't strengthen, which we will. I agree, BMG. I think the 3 teams that come up will go straight down. Or certainly 2 of them will. I can't see Trafford a realistic target for Leeds. You'll be talking 45 million. Yeah, I also think he'll get, like say at Villa, if Martinez is to be moved on or whatever, if he wants to move, or, I think there'll be a team that's in a better spot right here, right now for him, unless he buys into the Farke magic, which, I would. Was it on social media or an interview, Mingy? Only 23 votes for the final. Get your votes. I can't remember what it ended on, but we're in now. It was on YouTube, maybe Leeds Bros, not too sure. Now then, Nipper, my old mucker, what's good? Darlow is consistent. Perry and Meslier leave you guessing which version of them are going to show up on the day. So yes, we need 2 new keepers in the summer, in my opinion. I mean, Mez is going anyway, isn't he? But I don't know. I don't know if 2 keepers is a good idea. I I'd probably keep Cairns for just that on that morale hype. Whereas if he's your fourth keeper, it doesn't really matter, does it? And he seemed to be loving it at Old Trafford the other day, so I think that's a good spot to be in. But I do agree, Darlow is the most consistent keeper we have at the club. Yes, indeed, War Piglet. You know it, mate. You deserve every single bit of it. Yes, Pat Dunn. Apologies, mate. I'm probably well too late here, but because you've probably gone now, mate. But thank you, Pat Dunn. Pat Dunn is a long-term sponsor of the channel, guys. He sponsors the scoreboards, which we got erected for Pat. We got the erection done for Pat Dunn. We got the erection Pat done, as always requested and required. Obviously, he's not going to see any of this message, but we are doing a shout out to Pat Dunn, as he is, as you can see on the screen now, the proud, well, it doesn't say proud sponsor of the scoreboard, but it does say scoreboard sponsored by Joe Depp. What a night. Dr. Farke and the medics. Yeets up, Pat Dunn. How many players do you think Leeds need to invest in next season to push on? Four proper squad players, and then, you know, you bring in a couple of bits and bats. But I think 4 legit players that you think, oof, like what's going on here, you know. An attacker that'll put fear up everybody, you know, get Aronson well and truly thinking he's, you know, back down pecking order. Keep Okafor on his toes. DCL even. A midfielder I'd get, because I'd always keep getting midfielders, really. I just think they're worth the weight in gold. And then a wing back. And really, I mean, I don't know what we'll do with keeper. I don't. Maybe Trafford on loan, BMG. Or is it a bad idea to have your number one keeper as a loanee? Depends what... Well, it's a good shout, BMG, but... I think if you're going to get... To be fair, I know I've joked about Trafford, but he's no doubt about it. He's a good goalkeeper. So I think if you're getting a keeper of a proper calibre, I think you're all right with loanee. But I don't really know. I get your point there, BMG. Farke must get the chance to win the Europa League next season. 78 RPM. 78 RPM. Ole, ole. 78 up again. He strikes again. 78 RPM. Brett, probably not as many as last year, maybe 5 or so. That's where I'm at, BMG. 4 proper potential squad, like potential first teamers where everybody's thinking, oof, look at this is all right. And then a couple of little bits, little driblets and drablets, you know, just stuff that sort of comes in that they simply can't say no to. They both thought DCL had blown his gilt-edged chance for England. Well, I think he has, to be fair. I don't think he's blown his chance, to be fair. I just think it's nature at beast, you know. I think this summer might be about fewer players but more quality. We already have decent depth, really. I'm on board with you, BMG. Yes, indeed. 6 players, 4 proppers, 2 bits and bats. Grandparents bonus. I'm not sure what that grandparents bonus is necessarily about, Mingy. But thank you ever so much, my dude. You are a legend, mate, as you well know. I'll see you at Burnley game, mate, for the day we stay up. Mathematically. Yeet up. Then it's to Ale House, and you know it. Ayo, if you get rid of Perry and Meslier, you should only be looking to but one keeper to challenge. To get one keeper to challenge Darlow and promote an academy keeper as third choice. With Cairns hanging about. If Meslier hadn't sort of like been the number one for so long and then gone so wrong for so long, you know, you'd be alright with Mez, wouldn't you, really? As your second choice goalkeeper, really. Do you know what I mean? Or your second or third choice goalkeeper. Really, the best scenario would be Darlow for this season, next season. Darlow being your legit number 2, getting a better goalkeeper than Darlow, who can just catch the ball from corners. And he's strong and confident. And then, you know, if they don't pick him out at top corner, it's fine. Number 1, Darlow 2, Meslier 3. But it's too late for Mez, I understand. Your viewing eyes, Jack, as opposed to others' eyes. Well, you've got your mind's eye, haven't you, MVG? Which is a very, very different eye, and you know it. Jack lad, how you doing, mate? Yes, Harley 200, what's good? What a time to be a Leeds United fan, and you know it. Dare I say it, we're better under Farke than the man. Harley 200, the statistics are through the roof for Farke. I think Bielsa, as we all know, did not have the squad that Farke has got, but that's not Farke's fault, and it's not Bielsa's fault. We are exactly where we are. Farke has been amazing and deserves everything he's getting, Harley. Shout out to Harley 200. Appreciate you, brother. The third eye, you've got your mind's eye, you got your two eyes, and then you got your pecker eye, haven't you, Mingy? And you know it. I would agree, BMG. Thought 5 for both our teams, says Brett. It's a nice touch. Should have known you'd go there, Mingy. Straight in there. I'm surprised I forgot about the third eye, to be fair. 78 RPM. 78 RPM. 78 RPM. Ole, ole. 70 RPM. He's done it again. 78 strikes again. 78 strikes again. 78 strikes again. Ole, ole. Okafor goals. Statue bonus. Statue bonus. The Okafor goals / statue bonus. Love it, 78 RPM. Appreciate you, brother, honestly. Strikes again. 78 RPM. He strikes again. Oh, I've just fucking knocked my mouse off doing that. Bollocks, hang on. Connection lost. Stay with me. Stay loose. We're in. Ethan is a Welsh international footballer. The 0.001% of the 0.001%. Give our captain the respect he deserves, and you know it. I think everybody likes Ampadu though, War Pigs. 6 players in, Brett, so we are not left hanging with injuries. Else we'll be wasting another year in Premier League caught in a relegation battle. We are in a relegation battle, AO. We're flying, mate. We're 15th. Everybody said, give me 17th now. Well, we're 15th. We're 15th. We're 15th. And you know it. The formality is getting 6+ points from 6 matches. A win at weekend and with 3 off it, mate. Straight away. Get up. Lee Chesterton, what's good, my man? Farke's certainly outfoxed some of the top managers having to have in-game team talks, and you know it, Lee Chesterton. The bloke, do you remember when it was being said that he's tactically inept due to the fact that he didn't make many substitutions when we were dominating, and then when, you know, that people telling me that, you know, West Brom have got his number and all this, you know, Southampton's got his number. It's like, because he lost a couple of games to him, it's like Scott Parker's got his number. Like, come on, man. Stay loose. When you're winning every single game, you don't change how you're going. When you're not winning every single game like we haven't in Prem, he's changed the way we play. He's changed the way we go at. He's a ledge, mate. I could have said Spadge backwards. Japs. You're the Japs. And you know it, Mings. We got there. Mark Eddy in the building. Mark rung me. It's rare I get a phone call off Mark unless he's doing a nice gesture for me, which is either trying to get me a bit of work or giving me a Leeds Fest residency pass, which is an absolute tremendous thing because it just means I can fuck off all the queuing. It's not even the queuing, it's just mint to get through. You do away with all the skullduggery and you just fly through from my house all the way through. And Mark rung me the day after on Tuesday and I was working and I was on yard. And then I came into Van and I'd seen that he'd rung me and I rung him straight back. And I thought, I know why you're ringing Mark Eddie Edison. Is he called Mark? Is he called Eddie? Is he called Edison? Nobody knows. I know. But I call him all three. I don't actually call him Edison, but I call him Mark and Eddie. Mark Eddie Edison. Shout out to Mark Eddie Edison. Rung me to say, Dr. Farke and the medics have got it going good, boy. Showed up. Everybody left at the door. Said he had to take a bit of time out of social media due to all shit, which I agree. It's rock hard. But yes, let's read the comment, Mark. Hey up, Jack lad. Have Scum stopped bleating yet? No, they have not. I've had some people commenting on my short videos, Mark. We're giving it a big one. The fact if Scum had won and Butcher slash... The fact if Scum had won and Butcher slash hairdresser got sent off, they would not be saying a word. Pure sour grapes marching on together. It's madness. The team that have always made a career out of injury time goals and hanging on, like, Fergie time and fucking had every single penalty going, every single referee decision. They're 2-0 down and they get somebody sent off for a ridiculous air pull and they're moaning about it. It's like, just because DCL's strong in air, it's like, fucking do one, you jenks. I do think the Wolves game might not be as easy as we like. The point of the season is like entering extra time at 2-0 up. We should do it, but we always have a doubt. It'll be tough at weekend, BMG. It will be tough. Danny from Not Another Leeds podcast getting the love that he deserves. The league will be too strong for the promoted teams next season, says AO. I agree. The Leeds fans chanted, "You know what you are, you know what you are, you cheating bastards, you know what they are," and the commentator mentioned it. What did the commentator say though? I was there chanting it, BMG, so I know it was said. To be fair, we sing that every week now. That started really with Arsenal home game, to my knowledge. That was when it really stuck out in me. We were like, "We know what you are," because they watch, cheating. Pretty funny, really. Wee, BMG, the Championship might be too strong for Spurs as well. Don't rule it out. 100% Brett. Perry and Meslier out. We'll bring a keeper in and give an academy keeper a chance. Good business, says AO. Let's have a look at this poll here. 81% think that Farke should stick with Perry in the FA Cup. Interesting stuff, boys. I'm not sure, but I'm happy. I'll go with the doctor all day. Wolves will be tougher than Man United, says Brett. They are going to come and sit in a low block, but that suits us, to be fair, Brett. It happened to us all last season, so it's not unusual for the low block at Ellen Road. Da-da-da-da-da-da. They went quiet straight after because the Savile chant went out. Yeah, his nature a beast. Jim White was in agreement with the red card, sending off for pulling hair. That's the first time I've ever agreed with him. Yeah, he makes me feel physically sick, does Jim White, to be honest. And I do listen to him. And Simon Jordan's a snobby little weasel as well, but I do sort of like him. But Jim White's grotesque. He makes me feel ill. I think Spurs will get a reality check in the Championship. I hope so, Brett. It'd be amazing. So does AO. Bit Leeds can't take any chances and we want a top 10 finish in the Premier League next season. It would be sweet. European football after winning FA Cup and then top 10. Most people seem to think that the red card was correct as per the rule, but the rule is wrong, says BMG. What do you think the rule should be? Is it a rule or they've got the rules, haven't they? And then there's something about like a handbook or something where it's like you've got the actual rules and then you've got, as I've just said, like a handbook where they sort of, it's like unwritten rules. I don't know whether that fits in there with it, but Souness on the tash, yes indeed. That was my first. Oh no, was Souness my first pick? Zian Rush as well springs to mind. Can only really go old school with this one, BMG. No great moustache men knocking about around in the game anymore, is there? Furpo has one, but it's rather unimpressive, as the actress said to the Bishop. Love it, MVG. I mean, I think he gets in there, Furpo, on the Tash business. Grobbelaar in net, agreed, BMG. Carlos Valderrama. Oh, we've spoken about him before. He's the Barnet man as well, isn't it? He's got to get in there. Ian Rush, yes, indeed. AO. Are Spurs in financial trouble? They will be all over the place if they go down, Luke. Seriously, they'll be shitting a brick. They charge how much do they charge for? How much is a season ticket at Spurs? $2,000 or something. And they're going down into Championship football from 857 for the most affordable seat to over 2,367 for the premium locations. Fuck me. 90,000 seats. Premium seats, which I presume are like the what do you call it? The where you get food and shit. They're 3,825. Fucking hell. Kilgain. Kilgain. Is that the right spelling? Kilgain, football, Tash. I'm not... Notes coming up here. I'm not getting out there. Roger Slick. Furpo's got that Japanese Tash. I like his Tash. Contemporary, love it. Mick Mills, let's have a look. Played for Ipswich. Mick Mills. Oh yeah, he's going like, he's got on verge of... They're a bit handlebarry as well. I'm enjoying that. Peter White, they're getting a bit handlebarry, Ming. You're 1 in a billion, kid. I appreciate it, Ali. 200. Valderrama, yes. Rush, yes. Both in. Jack, if I'm being honest, Farke is fit. Ali, 200. The girls, the ladies agree with you. Just beat you there, Peter. You're both in there. It's neck and neck, that. Kilgarn. Kilkline. Right, that's better. Kilkline. Brian Kilkline. Fuck me, that's a world-beating Tash. He's even got it now. 63 years old, riding it strong. Samson, England, Arsenal. McDermott. John Walk. Oh! I actually know who he is. Yeah, that's a stomper. I'd screenshot all these, but I don't want all these men with these big tashes on here. Get this, people. There was a stat at the weekend. Spurs starting 11 was worth about 350 million-ish. Add the subs and it was worth over 500 million. And that's bought. Relegation. And this idea that you got to spend big to stay up, eh? That's what everybody told me at the start of the season. We've got to go out and get £40 million players. All right, well, I think there's Tanakas out there in the world that have got a good attitude. There's D-Cells on a free that have got a good attitude. I'd rather they come in. That don't get in a piss and a whinge when the going gets tough. Or they're in a bit of a relegation battle. They don't blame everybody else. Mickey Quinn can absolutely testify. Didn't Big Sam have a belter once? I feel like Sam Allardyce will have had a Tash. He's the Tash type of man, isn't he? Sam Allardyce often says, did he have a Tash? Did he have a Tash? Yes, he famously had a mustache. Yeah, it's not... Oh, yeah, it's quite impressive. They all had tashes. It's not that impressive. It's a bit furpo-y. Fucking hell. No, he's got a bit of a tash, to be fair to him. Get him on bench, mate. Big Sam can be in. Yes, BMG been allowed. David Seaman, I know he shaved it off, but I always remember him with a tash. He definitely had a tash. In there. Aldridge, tash. Big Sam had a nice tash back in the day. Yeah, he's tashed him up. Rude Ullit would have to play as well, though, wouldn't he, Alan Clark? Ian Snodding. Tash. A distinctive moustache, often noted for it. It's a distinctive moustache. A bit weak, I'd say. Again, though, it's not thick like many. But it's a tash. Tashes are crazy. Paul Power. Bruce Grobler. Have a look at Paul Power here. Oh, that's more like. That's what I'm saying. That's big stuff. There's going to be shitloads in here. Jack, you are like a fork in a world of spoons. You look like a mix between Alioski and Vidal. Keep being a ledge. Shout out to Harley 200 for sort of like, for me never knowing whether or not you're having a dig at me or not. In a good way, Harley 200. We can take it all either way. I don't know what that means. Can't think of any current footballers with great soup strainers. Oh man, that makes me feel a bit weird. They are like, you know, 'cause it all just goes through, doesn't it? Seeps through. Ex-Leeds player Jim McCoglin had an impressive tash at Wolverhampton's early 70s. Google, Jack. Jim McCoglin. Jim McCoglin. Am I going to end up in trouble here? No's coming up. Nothing is coming up, Roger Slick. John Howley. I can confirm he's a JVC hatter. A JVC tasher, rather. They don't make tashes like that no more. If Carlsberg did tashes, for John Howley. Derek Dugan, that's a brilliant name as well. Derek Dugan. Oh, Tashmaster. Fuck me. A Drooper. We've had Grobler. I don't think they're... Not to... We'll keep moving. I'm old enough to remember Brian Flynn at the Theatre of Nightmares. Been a while, my G. Partying like... Get up, War Pigs. You know it, my G. We started saying my G, by the way, everybody. We've got 52 in the room. We've got 62 likes. We're trying to get to 100 likes in every video. So, you know we're on that rotisserie. We've not spoke about the rotisserie yet. Get them likes in and on and over here. Connor Roberts. Alan Clark. A Bosch. Because it was horrendous, his tash. I don't know why I'm Googling his tash. I just want to relive them moments. Again, they're not brutal mustaches, are they? That's why Furpo's got to make the grade for me, really. But yeah, Connor Roberts, good one, Alan Clark. Can I nominate Sam Elliott? Jack won't have a clue who that is, but that fella was hell of a tash and a great voice to boot. Sam Elliott. Only American footballers coming up here. Keep with me, MVG. Yes, Lee Chesterton. We need to not lose to West Ham or Spurs. If we beat Spurs, we could send Spurs down. I'd rather lose on last day to West Ham. If we win at weekend, we beat Burnley, and Tottenham lose to Brighton at the weekend, and we beat Spurs, I think they're gone. And then we can let West Ham win on the final day. So, he's in. BMG's got him in. Of course, I was both loud and obnoxious. Yes, indeed. Ian, I love to hear it. Next to them scum fans. Carl Harris. Another absolute stomper. They can make your top lip look really weird, can't Tashi? Frank Worthington have a tash. Love JackCity, no Voldemort bullshit, and you know it. Yes, War Piglet, love you, brother. Bettini had a good tash last night, really. I was playing football it. Bettini. Oh, he does have a tash. He does have a tash. Has he not got a bit of a beard to go with it, though, BMG? Kenny Sampson. Worthington's in. Mickey Quinn had hell of a tash and could demolish a pie as well. Mash your tea, love it. What's with the pie? What's the pie in reference to? Sampson didn't always have one, but bench maybe. BMG getting ruthless now, you see. My ex-missus might qualify. She can be the medic. Ming. I've been watching these nightlife vloggers and auditors, and Leeds looks very rough and volatile on a night outlaw. There's been loads, it's doing my head in, like on Twitter and stuff. There's been loads of scraps outside McDonald's. Like, I don't know how recent they are, or whether it's just sort of like, you know, they've just started circulating. But yeah, it's not good. I hate seeing it when people are scrapping in Leeds. It does my head in, Brett. It's a mint night out, but, you know, when the knobheads come out, it's fucking horrible. Quinn's in. Question for you. If you was a player for Leeds, how emotional would you get hearing the march on together national anthem? Imagine Jack playing at Ellen Road up top. Harley 200. I mean, you'd just be so up for it every week. I wouldn't have ever wanted to play anywhere else in my mind. I know it depends how good you obviously become, when, you know, teams come in for you and you just think, but I don't know if I ever would have gone. I think with money floating about, I don't know, fans will turn on you pretty quick if you don't deliver as well, so there is that a little bit, but I don't know. Fuck me, man. It'd have been a hell of a career. Ming's X is in, BMG, love it. Did Jimmy the Chin have a tash? I can't remember his second name, Wall Piglet. Alan Harper. Fucking hell, that guy from what's that? Is that Malcolm in the Middle, that? Or whoa, he does have a tash though, Alan Harper. Although I think that's a bit weak as well. 2.5 Men, that guy's popping up. He doesn't have a tash. He's got a weird mouth though. Google. I'd say that's more of a beard though, because then we're getting to like, now making me panic that I've got a tash. Willie Miller. Oh, see, that's stronger. That's a stronger tash, BMG. That's good stuff. Steve Highway. It's my way or the Steve Highway. Again, he's very beardy. Although, no, there's moments there where it's full-blown tash, actually, so I take that back. Apologies. But he can also do the beard, BMG, but he's very tashy. Do people use Google for these 11s? I thought it was off the top of your head. I use Google MVG just to vet them. But I don't use Google. I don't cheat. But we've had many a cheat in here, haven't we? You know, also been accused of skewing the polls. You look like a human in a world of aliens, a man in a world of women, a baller in a world of Sylvestras, and a true baller in a world of tennis players, a passion merchant in a world of chickens. This is brilliant stuff, Harley 200. Keep it coming, mate. ... To be continued. Chris Kamara, legendary tash, AO, absolutely. Go on, Mingy, get it in there. Frank Worthington. Kamara's got to go in. Firpo's got to go in, I think. If we're going to have Connor Robertson with a weak tash, Firpo's got to get in there. Hey? We've had Frank. Oh, we've gone first name basis now, BMG. I love it. Frank Worthing. We've had Frank, but we're happy to keep moving. Chris Kamara, I'm hoping, is going to get taken, Luke. Terry McDermott. I think, did we have McDermott? Therapy. Tony Brown. Let's vet that. Although we don't have to vet it on BMG. He's the master, isn't he? But I'd just like to see him more than out. Oh, that is a tash. That is a tash. We've had David Seaman. Rudy Voller. It's a good one. Rudolph's in as well, I think. Roger Slick. We've had McDermott, yes. Voller, yes, straight away. That's what I mean. Voller straight away, just like Voller, yes. You know when you've got BMG, because it's like, Voller, yes. The eye openers are coming thick and fast from you tonight, Ming. My worldview is being shook. Love it. Rickard, I feel like Rickard had one, didn't he? Yeah, no selling Joseph in the summer. He has done his cruise ship. Fuck me, 78 RPM. His career, that is, you know, I don't wish that upon anybody, but I mean, that's a terrible move, a terrible moment for him, really. How old's Joseph now, then? I mean, you come back from that, don't you, obviously, but He's only 22, but you're talking 24 before he's back up and going, really. I don't mean a full year, but he's obviously going to turn 23, isn't he? So, and bonus points for one spitting on the other, BMG. Yes, indeed. I see what you're saying there. Yes, indeed. I shall chill my beans then, BMG. Never chill your beans, Ming. The better lukewarm, mate. The better lukewarm. Matteo Joseph, cruciate ligament damage. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ligament damage. The gobblers, the cock gobblers. We should do the minge divers 11 as well. Or the nostril deep 11. The sniffers. The batty sniffers 11. Hello, Cool J kids, Ming. Going to Brighton next week. Might try to get tickets to Wembley and make a trip to London. My friend managed to get 2 tickets from him for him and his partner. Outrageous, Enar. Gutted, Enar, also, because I was in Brighton last week after the West Ham game, but I don't think I'm here. I don't think I'm there next week. I'd have been able to link up for a swilly with you, Enar. How long are you here for? I can't trust your spellings, Roger Slicker, because every time I put something in, it just shows me like a finance manager or something. I end up on LinkedIn. See, I'm in a fucking country here. See, Hugo TK is coming up. Luke's not letting Furpo drop, and I agree. Get him in. Have we done a Spitters 11, BMG? We've done like a Knobheads 11, but it's all about what Steve says down pub. Oof it up, don't mess about, and bloody score. Just fucking goalposts, don't move, Ali 200. Just fucking put your foot through it, and then puts his foot through it. Fucking hell, play it, man. Play out, keep it down. Just put your fucking foot through it like, fuck me, Steve. Higueta, I don't know who that is. Fair take, of course. Yes, BMG. Ali 200, imagine if we had Steve in charge at Brexit tactics. Never get the job done, that's the problem, Ali 200. Have we had the Squirters 11? We could definitely have like the Squealers 11, couldn't we? Them players that go down like, yeah, in the fucking hell. They go down like they've been shot. Like taking a bullet, they go down. Oh. Content, innit, guys? Content. No, you don't. Roger Miller, Cameroon, my brother from a different mother. Yes, indeed, Roger Slicker. I've got many of them. Saucy. Miller's in. Colo Torre, BMG. I don't feel to remember Colo Torre with a tash, but I bet he did. AO in the building. Or maybe my mind is elsewhere, says MVG. Stay loose. Trey Hume is sporting a decent tash. Yes, indeed. Mingy strike, not Mingy. I mean, again, it's a bit wispy, and he does have the underbeard with it. So I don't know if it's full blown tash, but I didn't realise he had a tash. To be fair, that's why I mean it's more of a beard to me. Oh, the Scorpion Kick guy. Yes, indeed, he had a tash. Yes, has Smith Rowe got a tash? No, it's more of a goatee again. It's more overall, I'd say that. I rate Smith Rowe, you know. He's decent. That's not enough of a tash for me, BMG. Chris Kamara's got to be in there, Luke. Agreed. Hume's in. Love to see it. with what it'll cost to bring Archie back, Tottenham can keep him, in my opinion. I don't think that's where we're at either now, AO, really. You know, I don't think we should be on board with this. Like, you know, I think you could, you know, I'd take a Milner and that on an experience basis. I'd take Gray back, obviously. I'm so far behind on comments here. Hang on. David Seaman and Aaron Rush, yeah, they're in there, I believe. Enart. He got a lovely bunch of coconuts. 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 Big six, my ass, says SST. Spurs have a veneer a mile thick. A veneer a mile thick. Fuck 'em. Yo! Fuck 'em. For anybody here last week, if I get chance, I found that. Hey, oh, fuck 'em. In quotations, yes, indeed, BMG. That was on about that. Yo, fuck 'em. Leighton Baines once had a tash. I'm gonna stop googling if there's any disputes down low, because I'm gonna try catch up here, boys. I'm well behind. Does anybody not have any reservations that some fixing could go on to keep Spurs up due to the Sky contracts? Fucking hell, sounds mad, but anything can happen these days. To be honest, I won't rule all out, Brett, but I think there's too much money in game also. Tommy Hutchinson, BMG, the author. Possibly, but it might be too late to BMG. I don't think the players are even good enough to have it rigged. That's the Seaman Rush. Yes, Ming, love it. I do worry about dark arts, says Luke. If it was to happen, I think it would start over the next few games, BMG. It'd fucking have to, wouldn't it, Brett? 100% Brett, and it's a shame soccer fans don't have those conversations. It's a dirty sport like boxing. Stick and move! Stick and move! That Dutch bloke, De Wolf, who scored a pen versus England in 93 qualifiers, get the name in there, somebody for BMG. Did Luddite Greengrass ever suss out how to charge his mobile? It was ball and chain Monday, Jack. It was a fucking joke, Roger Slicker. It was a joke. Jack won't know what a Luddite is. I don't, to be fair, but I'll have to Google that. A Luddite is a person opposed to new technologies or ways of working. Well, as much as I agree, because he definitely is a Luddite, Roger, it's not exactly new technology, is it? Your mobile, but yeah. Maybe there's only so much they can do before it would be too obvious. I don't think you could rig it against them. I don't think they're good enough. Where's the dildo? The dildo's still in the midst, Julie. It's there with its arm out. It'll be revealed if we get to 100 likes. Sorry, what's this? Did I miss something? The dildo. We might not and maybe should not go for marquee names. I'd not heard of most of our summer signings, and they ended up good. We don't have to spend shitloads on one player. I've always been of that thinking, BMG, truly. I don't know how the song goes. It won't surprise you to know War Piglet, but I would imagine it's like, attack, attack, attack is what we lack. Hooray, hooray. Attack, attack, attack is what we lack. Hooray, hooray. The Angry Mad Gav version. A grandchild has blessed the war pigs. Dildo. Have we not seen the dildo? It looks better without the light on. There be a dildo in the back. Next to the iron. I didn't know the iron were there, to be fair. I'll bring it in here because while it's hot, I don't want the cats fucking going over and touching it. Because I'm a bloody deep thinker. I'm a bloody beautiful man deep down. Well, I'm beautiful texture-wise, you know. Complexion and... well, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm definitely a bit tiddly now, I think. And that is pure sarcasm before anybody fucking just tuned in and went, this guy's a right dickhead. We're going on his podcast. I start going, he's just telling everybody how fucking beautiful he is. He's got a great complexion. Like Casper the Ghost, mate. What would be Jack's specialist subjects on Mastermind? Final on Monday 20th, if anybody's interested. My specialist subject would be probably Alan Partridge or something. But it'd have to be, even that would have to be, I don't know about him. I don't have a specialist subject. That's the reality. I'd pick something really like niche. You know, I'd pick like something really niche and then I'd just start learning about it. Harold Schumacher, get a picture of him, Jack. Harold, I do know who that is. Is that the guy that got fucking... Is that the German footballer that got fucking annihilated? Oh no, he's the Annihilator, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's the keeper, yeah. Is it him that annihilated him? Oh, it's horrendous, that, isn't it? To be fair, there's a beard and a tash going at that. Awful, awful challenge, that. It was fucking horrendous. That's what Perry needs to do a bit more of, though. I don't think Darla will sign if we bring in another keeper. Why would he? The experience in actually playing a lot. This is at 78 RPM and he keeps getting pushed out and then comes back in, doesn't he? Harold the Barbarian, yeah, is in. Paul Battiston, yeah, it was horrendous, wasn't it, MVG? I was not even in the womb, BMG, indeed. It's crazy. I don't know. There was a joke. At one point, they thought he might die, Battiston. Fuck me. Panenka had a decent tash. Is that from the, obviously... Czechoslovakian, born 1948. Creating the Panenka. It's crazy, really. Fuck me. He did have a tash. That is Tashmatic. I was thought I was catching up and now I'm fucking same amount behind as I was. At one point I thought it might die. That's so mental. Just a love tap, says MVG. Donkey punch. Keane said Leeds didn't know which way to turn when Man United went down to 10 men. I agree though. Farke sort of alluded to that the sort of game lost a little bit of well, I'm now putting words in Farke's mouth because he didn't say this, but it all lost a bit of control, didn't it? I don't think he did get booking, no, Ming. Without Panenka, Lineker would have equalled the England scoring record, so we should thank him. Thank God, BMG. Just thank God, never mind Panenka, thank God. Every cloud, yes indeed. Roman, that's going to be difficult for me to say, I think, BMG. Fuck Lineker. I ain't having Lineker in all. It pains me that I remember Lineker at all. Yes, indeed, MVG, I can't stand him. Willie Thorne, although he wasn't a footballer. A shudder went through me. Fuck him. Can you remember Lineker taking a shit on the pitch? A little weasel. Cliff Thornburn. Yes, Joe Depp. Did you hear my monologue, brother? Hands cranky. I'm trying to catch up here, boys. I need to get somewhere next. I'm so far behind. Bill Wibinek. For the bench. BMG getting serious about the spelling now. It's got to be harder to get right than it is wrong, that. Yeah, behave, Ming. Snodding, I think we've had snodding, haven't we, BMG? Didn't somebody mention snodding? Too much of a beard. Oh, MVG, might be getting booked here. Come on, boys, stay loose. Mike Phelan, did he have a tash? What does an occasional table do the rest of the time, BMG? What does an occasional table do? My only one, Luke, I think. My family, what have I missed? Yes, Dale Hodgson. You've further up in comments than me, mate. So we've had Frank Worthington, I think. We got Worthington, yes. Alan Devonshire. Keith Walwyn, York City. Nice shout, Dave Marwood. I don't know him, but I'll trust you. Michael Owen did know November, says Luke. Kilgannon, Coventry. I'll Google it. I'm going to catch up and then I'll get back on my Google, Roger Slick. Michael Owen probably had a football tash, 11 aside. Get your Tanaka outfits laugh. Love it, Danny Bowden. What you doing, big man? Grobbelaar's already in there. Dave will have to Google him, but I'll go with him. I'll get him Google, but let me catch up. Thyson at Ipswich. Rog Wank. Lodge. Lol John Walk. Kilcline, we're in. Dale Bruce is in. Merv Humes and David Boone, says Danny Bowden. He knows where he's going here, doesn't he, now? BMG getting him in. Boone the Walrus. SST. To be honest, I don't even know why it's on there, because the fucking 3 pence or something I get for the ads are like, it's totally pointless. The lives get literally nothing on the. It's fucking mental. But it's not mental, you know. Don't get distracted, Jack. Just got home. If you ever meet a Glaswegian with a tash, phone Vera. Vera from Cora. Try Google Remy Moses. I'm trying to catch up, BMG, because I'm 25 minutes behind and it's not good. It's a long way to be behind, is that? But get them wanged in at the bottom. But wait until I'm at the bottom before you wang them in. I think Peter Barnes sported a tash. Chris Kamara had a right Lionel Porno tash. Yes, Danny Pardon. Ted Moogle of Wolves. Peter White in the building again. McDougall's a mint name as well. Jim McCaglion. We're in. I've licked you. Thank you, Danny Burden. Where did you lick me? Not whereabouts on the body. Whereabouts were we when the licking began? Yellow cards will now be given for non-football tashes. Yes, indeed, BMG. Take no mercy. Don't be fucking me about. Brian Flynn once had a tash. What did Bridget Bardot's tash look like? Asking for Steve. That's a muff diving one, isn't it? I think. War Pigs. Brian Kilcline. Is that the guy that I couldn't spell earlier? I always do try my best to stay on his good side, Ming. Stay loose. My saviour, I wouldn't mind. He was my landlord at the Georgian Dragon for 15 years. Not this again. My landlord. Roger Slicker's one of my favourite lines that you come out with. One more and you're in the book for the cent. BMG's not fucking about. And rightly so, he should not. Don't worry, Danny Bowden. Keep getting whacked in. Yes, David White. We've been live a lot recently, big man. But we go live every Thursday for 2 hours minimum. So, welcome. Thank you, though, dude. I much appreciate it. I wish I wasn't half an hour behind, because you're probably gone now. But Sam Elliott is an actor, Jack. Hence why I said you probably wouldn't know him. You know me, MVG. We do not watch JackCity. Disdain. Giving your disdain for the art of cinema. Love it, MVG. It's not disdain or disdain, however you want to say it or spell it. I just can't be asked, can I? I don't have the attention span for it. To be fair, Voldemort has said we are staying up and he wants to have Farke's baby. Half of that may not be true. Yeah, it's probably the joke is I think he'd let Farke bang him if he actually met him. You know, he did same to Dallas, didn't he? Where then he would, be slagging Dallas off and then he was sucking him off when he met him. So it's just a weird paradox that we live in with Voldemorts of the world, but they're all the same. Yes, Yorkie 1960 all Leeds out with a new member. Appreciate you, my G. We started saying my G now. First one I said, only one I've said, Danny Bowden. Suey's getting a nickname now. Kenny Burns, Jimmy Hill, BMG. That's Jimmy the Chin, innit? It was just a joke between me and Jack. I'm always giving him shit for his lack of movie knowledge, but if you want to book me, then that's fine with me. I didn't want to play anyway. MVG, there'll be no bookings for taking the piss out of me. That's that, you know. BMG's in charge, but I will put my foot down when there's disciplinaries going on for anybody having a laugh with me. Stay loose, everybody. Mickey Quinn had a pie thrown in playing for Newcastle and just hate it. What a legend. That's legendary status, Masher T. That is not as good as, because there's racist connotations with what happened to Danny Alves, which makes it also worse, but it's better. Because Danny Alves gets that banana thrown at him and it's the best thing ever. Well, that's not the best bit ever. But he gets a banana thrown at him. I'm going to get that up, actually. So it's fucking brilliant. Gets a banana thrown at him. And he just eats it. And then whips a corner in. I can't remember if the score, but in my mind, I've sort of... in my mind, I've just imagined that they score from it. Just because it makes everything even better, doesn't it? But I don't think they do score from it, in all fairness. This is the best. This is so mint. Look at this. Banana gets thrown at him here, look. Picks it up. Opens it up. Fucking eats it in one. Whips the ball in. What a legend. It's so... Look at him still chomping on it. What a legend. That's how you fucking do away with any of that crap. Off them fucking idiots. That's how you do away with any of that shit. That's the best way of dealing with it. Look, comes down there. Thinking about it. I tell you what, we're not set up for corner yet. Bit of power food. What a legend. Does the liner have a little wry smirk there? Does he say something to him? He has a little bit. I'd say there, and I'm not Liners friends. I spend too much time with them at Ellen Road. They're down my side. But does he have a little? Is that a little wry smile? Would you say? Is that like amazing? I'd say right. We're pulling it up. We're pulling it up. Does the liner have a wry smile? Is it? I don't know how to spell wry, so I'll just do it like Ryvita. A wry smile there. Again, I've put a question mark and an exclamation mark. Neither are needed. I think he has a wry smile there. I think he's worried for him a little bit there initially. And then as he eats it, I think he thinks, do you know what, mate? That's why you're fucking one of the best footballers I've ever seen. That's a wry smile to me, guys. I'll tell you what we'll do for absolute confirmation. We'll screenshot this puppy and we'll drag it in. That's worthy of a screenshot, I'd say. What do you reckon, boys? Image file. Recent screenshot. Is that a wry smile from my guy? Tommy Smith. I've got a mate called Tommy Smith. Sure, they want to be a third. Sure, they want to be a third. Give me the red. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. What? Mickey Quinn, did he have his hand up, spit the dog's ass? Hey? Hey? Adrian Heath had a weak tash once. Voldemort sometimes isn't the progressive. He sums the sheeps he rides on the back of others. Roger Slick, honestly, I don't follow his Twitter, but he pops up on my Twitter all the time, and he asks the fan base, like, what do we think on this? And then I'll get sent clips of him, and I'm like, fuck me. He's just literally just saying what the daily thought of the fan base is. It's literally like, I don't know. There's two things about it really. There's like Should you come on your channel and say what you think, or should you go on there? Because I've seen this Patrick Bet-David thing. I don't want to get into fucking war. I'm not bothered about... Well, I am bothered about the war, but I don't want to talk about it, or I don't know what to think about it. But, yeah, and he's on about... He's talking to... There's that car crash interview. I won't go over it all. You've either seen it or you haven't. But the presenters, like, on about, like, oh, you've got to watch the market and watch the comments and that. And I think, isn't that the opposite of what you're meant to do? In my mind, you're meant to just say what you think. And with the greatest respect to you boys, I love you boys, and these are my... I can't believe what the channel's done. But surely I thought the point was I say what I think, and then you guys say what you think, and then we have a conversation about it. I thought that's what that was about. But he's on about, like, oh, you've got to watch the market, and you've got to see what they say, and what do you mean by that? What, to just go with them? You've got to see what they say and assess what they say. So when there's comments, I think, right, well, let's have a think. Do you know what I mean? But I just think, like, what, watch the market and then just repeat what the market says. That's like, I know they're all from like a market research world, but that seems back to front to me. You should say what you think, and then then you're allowed to change your mind with better ideas, aren't you? You're not going to go, well, just everybody's saying that, so just say that. It's fucking mental to me, is that? But I always have a bit of a rant about 2 hours in, to be fair, don't I? But how was the foreign Geordie early Prem? What do you mean, Danny Borden? You're on thin fucking ice, my feline friend. And I'll be under it if it breaks. I've got this premium thing in the fridge that I'm going to have. I've got a hot date with Nikita Love planned for steak and hot tub vibes. He's a prick. He's a prick, says SST. I could not agree more. I'd like to have a personal chat, to be fair, but I'm a personal man. I like to actually communicate with people. It's all just online shite, this, isn't it? I can't play. I'm taking my ball home. Yes, indeed, Luke. And you do right, Luke. Taking your ball home was the best thing ever. Right. No, but and then it'd be like, yeah, but... And they'd be like, well, let him fucking go home. And then, because some lads playing me, you won't know. And you go, no, but he's got the ball. He's got the fucking ball. Like, oh, right, do not let him go home. You cannot let him go home. The fun's gone if he goes home. Rude Hullet had a tash, Masher T. No doubt about that. Albert had a tash. We could have a career-ending injury 11 BMG. Yeah? That'd be a rough night, wouldn't it? Me Googling all them fucking car crash injuries. I doubt MJ has the ethic to bounce back, in my honest opinion. War Piglet, no mercy. Are you going live, Jack, for Saturday watch along? No, Luke, I'll be going to the game, brother. I'll be at the game, which I'm delighted about. Albert's a mint shout, yes, BMG. Take your Femidons, Ena, I'm not sure what that means, but he be at the game, Luke, Mingy knows. Gary Neville tash count, or does that fall under Weasels? We need to do a Weasel 11. Weasels, Andy, always Weasels. 23rd till 27th. So that's not next week then, Ena, is it? Yes. Oh, it's exactly next week. Oh, bollocks. The only chance I'd be down there is Tuesday. Bollocks, Ena. How far are you venturing at all up? Whoa, BMG. Controversial. The Scumface 11. That Aguita guy, the guy's been done. Little Donny. Shout out to Little Don. The keeper save guy's in. Miller's in. The Colombian lad Valdemara. Tony Yabo. Did Tony Yabo have a tash? Pink card for pulling hair. Cockarella or Cuccarella. Gagging for it early. Gagging for it, Dragon BG. I love it. Gagging for it. He was gagging for it. He was gagging for that air pull. Thomas Partey also qualifies for another 11 with Adam Johnson, Mason Greenwood, etc. Yes, indeed. Valderrama's in there, I think, Ena. They were showing David bus tackle other day. He didn't squeal, but Schmeichel did. Bus tackle. Two-legged lion. Chris White says Dave Marwood. Voller's in there, Ena. Bremy, Danny Borden. BMG says Gray would be very much a sentimental signing. I think you're right, to be fair, dude. John Aldridge. Shout Mark Lawrenson. Mark Lawrenson, fucking hell. Paul McGrath. Flying in now. McGrath's back in. McGrath's in. Sean Teal. Enar in the wings. Ricky Villa. Mickey Droy. John Jensen. Jensen is a great shout, says Danny Burden. Kenny Habit. Brother played for LUFC, played for Wolves. Dragon BJ. Pete will have to check Droy, but very probably. There might have to be some... which Terry are we on about aiming? I think Phil Linnett, but don't want to give myself a yellow. You can't book yourself, PMG. You got to go on that hierarchy vibe, haven't you, where you're the fucking man. The boys are back. The boys are back where? The boys are back at fucking Man United, mate. You're beautiful, mate. Don't doubt yourself. Little Don. Cheers, brother. I want to check this poll. Actually, I'll catch on. I'll catch on before I check the poll. Exactly. Or exactly. Surely Scottish films, Jack. They may take our lives, but they will take our freedom. Freedom! Kestrel. Is that your special subject? To Kestrel for a knave, Danny Borden. I'll have to get him some. Have to get some questions up in this bitch. The history of cinema would be a great pick for your special subject, Jack. Pass. 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 I do not, SST. Never seen a single Rocky film. Pussies and dildos in the same room, tempting fate. Are you calling me a pussy, Brett? Shout out to the men in hovels everywhere. Love my G. Yes, Wall Piglet. Rocky. Adrian. Adrian. Ravelino BMG. Well, there's shitloads of names in here, to be fair. This is hell of an 11. He doesn't even have a hovel. Ming's got a hovel. Ming's got a hovel. Let's all fucking let's get Ming a hovel fund going. Socrates. Not allowed. I'm going to give you a red if this keeps up, BMG. Well, unfortunately, you don't have the power, Ming. I'd grant you the power, but, you know, it's outrageous. Terry Mack's still got his tash. Nobody wants to see this in the game. The game's gone. Cat's gone. Head's gone. Ming, that's funny. Oh, you bring that back. I forget about that all the time, Ming, and Ming brings it back. Ming's a legend. Everybody gives a shout out to Ming. So good to have a ledge back. I'm sure you'll all agree. What, the head's gone? The legendary MVG. He's back in. Do you get sent off for beard pulling? Depends how big your beard is. That's what I mean. It's just a face grab if it's like mine. But if there's a beard there, it suddenly becomes a beard grab, doesn't it? Wholeheartedly. Derek Dugan, brilliant name as well. We got Derek. Phil Parks. Roadhouse, the original version. Roadman. Sinbin. Do you all watch propaganda today? Do you all watch propaganda today? Propaganda? How many tickets have we been given for semi? They all go to corporates, don't they? It's fucking lame as shit, innit? But on behalf of VAR as a JC's burner account, any card issued to MVG I hereby rescinded. Yes, 78. Thank you. That's how wizardry I am as well on the burner account, 78 RPM. Nobody gives us any skin for, like, you know, chatting and being well behind at comments and yet somehow still managing to be on burner. You should know by now I don't have the capacity for that burner. But I actually enjoy the fact that 78 RPM is my burner account. BMG don't dream of being a mod. It's AO that dreams of being a mod. BMG don't need it. He's got all power he needs, Ming. Does telling the referee how to do his job count as dissent, Brett? I think it might. I think there might be a booking. MVG. This is it with MVG. He dips in and out with BMG, so it's like sometimes you think and then he pulls BMG back round. And that's the art of banter. That's what you got to do to Greengrass or he spits dummy out fully. You've got to sort of like make him laugh every 10 minutes and take piss out of him for 20 minutes. But then after 20 minutes, you got to make him laugh again. You got to keep him on board with it, do you know what I mean? I know, I've seen that, to be fair, yeah. I've seen that stuff, SST. But I know, but the power goes to my head. As this time of night, I start flashing cars for no good reason. Wrong place, wrong time. It is, though. It's that late night vibe, innit? Where it's just like, just fucking getting booked. Getting booked. We'll have to see if we can create a system where there's yellow cards get shown. Oh. Oh, Danny Bowden. You're dealing with the governor now. The governor. So, Zanetti's old manager used to be called the Gov. It was partial to the odd sexual assault. Yes, yes, indeed. Partial. Bob Carolagese. I can't believe how far... I don't think I've ever been this far behind. Nobody's even mentioned how far behind I am yet, to be fair. I'm just a returning tourist each week. Can't be involved in politics. Oh, tell me about it, big man. Any back chat could be deemed a yellow, says BMG. There's zero mercy. He's a Leeds fan. Danny Bowden, my guy. I remember Stuart Pearce once got a straight red for gobbing off back in them days as well. Oh, Danny Alves, yeah, shit, yeah, he's in prison, isn't he? Yeah. Well, that's still a legendary moment, though, isn't it? Whether he's partial to the odd sexual assault or not. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Farke got a red for the look on his face. I know. Farke got a red for running, didn't he? To be fair, Brett should start on a yellow every week for being a Mackham. It's an amber or whatever they were on about toying with, an orange or whatever they were on about. You do, Danny Bowden. I'll flick through that BMG comment right quick so that I don't get any more obnoxious texts. In other news, what the fuck was Arteta on about with the bring your dinner lunch shit? He's an idiot, Ming. He's my favourite idiot there. You're on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chums. That's it. Sorry, legendary. You're on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chum. And I will be under it when it breaks. Farke got red for jogging and then, in like genuine Bielsa style, went out to the fucking press conference and said, I've learned to never jog on a football pitch again. I'm not a Mackham. I'm the Mackham and you lot need my neutrality. Brett, we love you here, mate. Brett is lucky to still be on the pitch. It's amber. You're on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chums. And I'll be under it when it breaks. He's a fucking idiot, is Arteta. There's no doubt. Oh, there's another landlord story. My landlord, Jim, had numerous pubs after he hung his boots up. Jim's 79. Jim's 79 and up on Scotland, owns a guest house with third wife. What third wife like currently though? Has he got 3 wives on go? You best do, Brett. I'm happy for Sunderland this year. I'm glad we've all stayed up. Neville shaved his balls and glued it to his top lip. True story. He's a fucking strange fella. Hasselbank have a tash, did he? Cuckold Rella, Danny Borden. Sensational stuff. Cuckold Rella. Let me catch up. That's the whole point. And then I'm going to go to the poll. I think it's called transitioning to be Leeds. Exactly, Brett. You're on the transition, mate. It takes years. Tyson Fury. He's dipping his toes in our water, Ming. He's just having a look, and he's having a good old look, and he really is. Brett's settled in. He's having a look. He's having like that. I'm an outsider, but I'm looking in. And then before he knows it, he'll be on watch-alongs going crazy. Well, we went to the watch-along for so long because I've fucking been to every game. It's crazy. I can't stop getting tickets. When they come up with away games, it's fucking mint. I'm on Leeds side that much. I've already got my hotel booked for the full weekend for this meetup. This is what I mean. That's where he comes for the full conversion. That's where the fucking... Well, I'm not going to chop Brett's dick off, but I just mean like that's where the transit, you know, like that's where the operation begins, Brett. And you know it, and you know it. David bust tackle. I was a paper boy then. Fuck me. That happened with that. We were playing Sunday League, and that when Eduardo got his fucking leg like hacked off. That were horrendous. And that were in paper, and this lad called Suggit had bought the paper, and the last thing you want to see. Oh fuck me. The last thing you want to see on a Sunday morning when you know you're out to go get brutalised, like relentlessly, is Eduardo's leg being snapped in half. And he brings paper in like this and he's showing everybody out like, fuck me, man. I don't want to see that before I go out and get brutally attacked by some fucking monsters. Some proper moody old men that like, you know, if you have even a ounce of agility, they're just going to hack you down. You got to love the closet Leeds fans. I'm sure there were some argy tashes in the 80s. Fuck me, I can't stop weeping. Under every Clough and Ferguson ponytails will be encouraged. Yeah, literally. I'm Mourinho. Don't roll Mourinho. He'd love it. I can't even read now. My fucking hiccups are going crazy. Hey Wolfface, your ass is mine. Hey Wolfface, your ass is mine. I seem to recognise that. Jack, see if you can get a picture of Frank Causier. He had a belter from memory. I thought you were on about his cock then. I forgot about the 11. Oh, it's deep and it's sinister, PMG. It's deep and oh man, it's deep and it's sinister. I'm happy to do one tash BMG on the old pull up. Look at that. It's oh fuck it, it's done it again. It's deep and it's sinister. It's the face is sinister, but the tash is deep in it. Terry Thomas King, I think I love it. I mean, it's Tashmatic, isn't it? You don't get them. I mean, I don't know who that is, but that's a hell of a character, that. Ming, if I could fund your hovel, believe me, man. pitch up in fucking back garden for, you know, what it's worth. I'm here, man. I'm following. Neville Southall's a good shout. Yeah, I would agree with missed him. Oggs Rizovic, Danny Borden. Southall's a mint shout. I'll try it. He's not coming up with Tashmatic though. That big daft twat used to play for my local side. He's not. I can't even see him with a tash. You bastard started as an oval dwellers again. No. I mean, Greengrass is the type of person who thinks staying awake for 24 hours is literally impossible. MVG, I should have known then, shouldn't I, brother? I should have fucking known then. It was the Watford keeper in the 84 Cup final. Watford keeper in the 84 Cup final. I'm just following your lead here, BMG. It was Steve... it was adjusted by many to have fouled by the Watford keeper Steve Sherwood. Is that who you're saying? Steve Sherwood? Fuck me, I don't know whether he's all teeth and no tash though. He seems hella toothy and not too tashy to... I can't... Honestly, I don't know if my eyes are fucking letting me down, but... Oh no, there is a tash there, but... He just seems like all teeth to me. Oh, come on. Fucking buffer, you stupid wanker. I can't fucking work him out. There's only like tiny fucking things of him. He's hella tashy. Hella tashy and seriously toothy for me, but... I've had to screenshot it. I can't help myself. Hella tashy, extremely toothy. Well, my mate El Tobin would be like, if he saw him, he'd go... Well, no, not if he saw him. He's not that abrasive, but if he seen him in Boozer and if he got a bit leery, my mate, I've probably said this before, but I mean, El Tobin's a proper funny lad. He's a proper mint lad. I don't know why I'm saying his full name, but just on odd chance he ever watches this, which he don't, but because he'd text me saying, "Oh, do you know, I didn't realise you got a channel." Except, do you know, I've never told any of my mates about the channel. I've never ever done it. Like, I've never brought it up. Sometimes they've seen it and been like, "What the fuck?" I've got a text off them. But he used to just go like, if they've got like a all tooth and no tash, or it'd be like, "All right, tooth. All right, tooth," and it cracks me up every time. Wee, MVG, yes indeed, you know it. JC Tracy, Dean Tracy. Andy Gray. I think you'll find that I'm the only gay. I mean, novel dweller in the village. Love to hear it. Derek Mountfield, BMG. Jack, you're so fine behind we are. We're all a year older. I'm sorry, SST. I've done well up to now. I know that's obviously when I said it. I've caught up now, you minge teasing bastards, you. Blonde hair and tash. Andy Gray edited it out of his hands. I'm lost. We'll get Orville. Steve Sherwood, yes indeed. That's my guy. Obviously, I've just realised I've just spoke about his old teeth and no tash. Snatched a film. You clearly don't rent your hovel from Silver Steve. Silver Steve, what a fucking ledge. Bricktop will sort you a fucking dwelling for hovel. Oh, fuck me. I can't get rid of these fucking hiccups, man. Well, you know, that's my specialist subject. I forgot to say, actually. It's Archie Gemmell, innit? Fucking hiccups. Yes, all boxed up. I fucking hope so. I hope they're watching them fucking bang them in. To be fair, I think a lot of managers could learn how to behave with dignity from Farke. That was a major factor in the 49ers. He has a wonderful temperament. Mark Bradley, my dude, thank you for the super chat the other day, dude. I've seen it. I've not responded yet, but I've not had a chance. But I did give you a shout out at the start of the live, so I appreciate you, my brother. Watford captain was... There were tashes all over the shop, weren't they, in the 70s and 80s. She got eaten back on. Fucking hell. Farke's dignity, Exhibit A, pretending to snort coke during the parade. Yeah, but that brings it round full circle, doesn't it, MVG? That's like... He's a fucking boyo. There were probably a guy in crowd on sniff and he just thought, hey, mate, I had adverse to it. He shouldn't have been banging on like he was BMG, to be fair, because it ridiculous. They get away with all sorts of character. You're just pissing and whinging. We battered them. Paul Breitner, SST. I'm on the catch-up here. I'm only 8 minutes behind now, and you know it, Luke. Sylvester Scallon. That sounds like a dish. We love a 70s porn star. No, they're all German as well with it, weren't they? Fuck me. John Holmes. Remember... no, I don't remember. I can't remember his name. Luke Holmes, I think he was called. Hard as nails, Danny Borden. Hard as fucking nails, mate. And I know it doesn't mean your actual nails, by the way, before anybody comes for me. Ian Beefy Borden played for Scunthorpe. He had a tash. He had a tash. Does that mean none of us are allowed to speak to Ming in the chat, BMG? The man's already lost his hovel, and now this. We're bringing the hovel back. We're getting him the hovel. Ming. The liner has a wry smile, 21%. Should we go fund the Ming hovel? I forgot what it was fucking called then. Take it easy, Brett. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you, man. Honestly, truly. The new Leeds fan. BMG the merciless. No merta. All teeth and no tash. You heard it here first, Danny Borden. He's all teeth and no tash there, truly. Debbie does Dallas. There's no stopping him. I can't help you guys. I cannot help you. I've been off work this week. I can't wait to see my scum fan work. Oh, keep it going, Luke. That's what I mean. What have you been at work? What have you been off work for? Are you all right? He's out of control, mate. SST, I've not heard of him, but I'll book you for a accumulation if you don't watch it. It's getting late on, you see. I'm sure you've been magnanimous in victory. Oh, yes. Luke seems like exactly the type of lad that goes in real relaxed about stuff and goes, well, it's one of them things, and I don't like to gloat, but have a fucking bite of this, you bastard. Are you worried about me, Mr. Whitesnake? It's traditionally a hiccup. That's what I mean. All taff and no tooth. All tooth and no tash. Probably is social media, to be fair, MVG, yeah. And I think that's probably one of the positives from social media, because I think them days are done, aren't they? We're beautiful. Did Dirk Coit ever tash it up? It's come up rash. Did Dirk Kuyt ever have a rash? He was an ugly fella, wasn't he? I'm not seeing much of a tash, but I just think it's his overall persona's a bit of a mustache, innit? The bastards put Leeds score chart up so I can't see him fill it in. Drink out the opposition side of the bottle, Jack, from the hiccups. Is that actually true, Danny Bowden? I think they're just on a rotisserie normally. I want to just keep spinning them. Farke always comes out with the really shy grin when he finishes his interviews with Bryn Law after we've won. Yeah, he loves it, BMG. He loves it, doesn't he? Hold your breath till you pass out, says Ming. I actually think that temporarily worked. Obviously didn't pass out. But it temporarily worked, and then I think it might have worked, and then I laughed and the hiccups came back. I'm not now the worst. I have to admit that Farke got me with a snort gesture. It's the best. The best. He's too beardy though, BMG. Oh my god, although there is imagery of, fuck me, that is worthy of an upload. I must say, BMG. He's too beardy, too predominantly, but that's hella crazy, that. Oh, boxed up, thank you, dude. Big up, Jack. Hiccups. Hiccups. Phil Parks, Tash. Appreciate you all boxed up. I'll check out Phil Parks, Tash. Phil Park. Oh, it's deep and light as well. He's still got it as an older man there as well. I like it when they. Oh yeah, I like it when they hold on to him. Me. Oh, he's a bit all too for no Tash and all, to be honest. Yes, Richard Todd. Chat to all boxed up. Thank you, man, for super chat. You're a ledge, mate. Evening, Jack. Sorry for the late intro, pal. 4 points and job done. We are Premier League, and you know it, Richard Todd. You know it, my G. Started saying my G by the way, but I agree. 6 points, and it's beat Spurs. 4 points and beat Spurs, and they might go down, mate. Not wanting to sound too forward, Jack, but can't you just take the top off if you're too warm? No, because I'm not. I've made that schoolboy error where there's no t-shirt on underneath, and nobody wants to see this body. I didn't know about Farke snorting. Did he get in trouble? I don't think he got in trouble for it, to be fair. I forgot about the hovel, Ming. Cheers, Richard Todd. I appreciate it. We're on 81. We tried to get to 100. We normally get to 100 afterwards. That's the thing. Karma. Oh, Mark Bradley's in the building. I'm back. I've been catching up with vids. Just busy at work. All's on Saturday. Get in. Appreciate you, Mark Bradley. Oh. Mark Bradley. Appreciate you, dude. You're a legend, mate. Thank you, dude. Honestly, there's no need. Appreciate you more than you'd ever imagine, mate. Or if you're not imagining it, then imagine a bit more. But thank you, dude. You're a legend, mate. I need to buy a gauge or something. No chance. Unless that is the correct spelling of it. If I had to guess, I'd say Rotisserie. That'd be my guessing of rotisserie. Shout out to Mark Bradley. My dude. Appreciate you, man. You're a legend, mate. We've got a few shouts to do here. We've got Pat Dunn, Ming, 78 RPM, Yorkie, 1960, all Leeds, aren't we? All boxed up, and Mark Bradley, the absolute boyo. You're too kind, sir. You're far too kind. Oh, good lads, Luke. That's what we like to hear, mate. But I'm going to do one, boys. I'm fucking red hot again. Like, I'm sweltering. And I'm starving. I'm going to go have a beer downstairs and get in a hot tub. But yes, indeed, it's been a tremendous overlap, I hope. Oh, underlap, sorry. My deepest apologies. I hope you all agree. Tremendous week had with beating Scum, FA Cup semi-finals. United are back. United are back. Ole, ole. We're home. We're home. Yes, Danny Borden. Yes, Ming. Yes, BMG. Yes, Lukey Boy. MVG. BMG all boxed up, my dude. Mark Bradley again. Hold your nose in here at the same time. They've gone now, though, so I don't want to... Last time I tried something, they came back. I can probably get them back, to be fair, if I just... if somebody makes me chuckle. Beanar in the wings. Yes, my dude. Appreciate you, boys, honestly. It's crazy, this stuff. I appreciate you hanging around with me. And hanging in there with me, honestly. You're all fucking legends, honestly. I truly mean it. It's the crazy what we've done in over the years. To chill on a Thursday night, it's remarkable. MVG, Enar, Mark Bradley in the wing. Enar in the wing, sorry. Mark Bradley. Mark Bradley deserves many more shout-outs than he gets as a G. BMG, AO, of course, MVG, The War Piglet, Julie Neary, Roger Slicker, Brett, Martin J. Cook, my man Luke. Have I said Roger Slicker? I feel like I've said Roger Slicker. Leeds LUFC, Big Brett in the building, Jimmy Sandwiches, Mike Hunt in a bit earlier on. Peter White, my dude. Thank you, man. Mr. Whitesnake, Alan Clark, you're a legend, mate. Top man, Jack, another 3 points at the weekend, and you know it, mate. Appreciate every which one of you. Danny Borden, my guy. I'll give man at match to Danny Borden. Yes, BMG, we need to start doing man at matches, brother. That's what we need to start doing. Right, take it easy, boys. Mr. Whitesnake, go subscribe. Take it easy, everybody. Dragon BJ, 4-1 versus Wolves. Love it, mate. I'll drop in for a quick shit vid tomorrow. I might go live, but I've got a studio day tomorrow. So I might go live a little bit later on, but we shall see if I've got time. But if not, it'll just be the quick shit vid. But yeah, shout out to Pat Dunn for the super chat. Ming, 78 RPM. Yorkie, 1960. All boxed up. And Mark Bradley. Take it easy, everybody. Honestly. Roger Slicker. Piss songers out. Yes, Luke, and you know it. Top man, only one that puts a shift in at work, then entertains his legend. Appreciate you, Mark Bradley. And shifts are hard, brother, because I'm fucking knackered half at time. But so I feel sometimes like I'm not on absolute tip-top form, which fucking pisses me off. But, shit is as shit does. What am I doing here? I can't find my own piss song here. And here to piss songers out. Yes, Danny Borden. Take it easy, Roger Slick.
My mind, hitting my grind, city sublime. I'm trying to find the rest of my mind. It's been defined as being benign, but I ain't
the time, it's hard to find. I'm sitting in line, I'm hitting my chime, I'm on the decline, I'm up for the climb. I'm rapping for rappers that never get mine, rapping for rappers that never get wise, rapping for rappers that nothing but lie, rapping for rappers that snap and despise, rapping for rappers that clap and demise, rapping for rappers that rap at the skies, clapping for rappers to pass the time, chopping at rappers that never get wide. I'm hacking at rappers, I'm snapping the spine, rapping at rappers, I'm mapping the mind, slapping the slappers that follow behind. I've gathered them others, I've mastered the mind. I'm one of them kind of finds, a mighty fine kind of guy. I'm fine as wine, I've got too much fucking time, but before I'm up I'll shine. I'm about to find, I'm out to dine, a fight with Pennywise, and I quick apologise if it's easy write my lines. It's just a line, but it's my time. Hit my main high, yo, I'd like to die before I'm circumcised. Nothing but living in fear, kicking a coffin but never to cheer.
Mark Bradley, MVG, boys.
Living for nothing but finding a beer, thinking of stopping but never be near. Drinking me propping up why I'm here, sticking and swapping, I'll never be dropping. I'm having a coffee, I'll never be coughing. I'm ticking, I'm talking, I'm wide awake. Hitting a profit, you're taking a bit. Getting a profit, let's make a break. Getting a profit, let's make a tip. Create the story, make a day. Get to glory, then we'll play.
Boys, you fucking legends, honest to God. Mark Bradley strikes again. MVG, legendary, 1, 2, 3. Nobody do it how he does it. You're all fucking West Coast warlords, mate. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Mark. Honestly, man, you're mad. You're mad as fuck. I can't wait. We need to sort this end of year sesh out. And I'm off straight to bar, boys, honestly. MVG, no more now. Dude, crazy man. You're all fucking legends, boys. Honestly, we need to sort this session out at end of year. And the Entertainment Highway. Well, no, I appreciate you more. So we need to sort this session out end of year, don't we? Final game of season, West Ham. Let's have a fucking right booze up. Let's have a right laugh. Weekend vibes. Convert Brett, the Sunderland fan. I look a bit like Ace Ventura here, don't I? Right, boys, but I'm going to have to go, genuinely. But I appreciate you so much. The super chats are crazy. Mingy, you got to know when to say when, boys. Right, I'm dipping out before it gets fucking mad. The last day, whatever West Ham day is, Luke. Is it 23rd or something? 24th. They don't need the time, but yeah, the 24th. We're all gonna go. We're all gonna. Well, I'm gonna try and organise us all going out in Leeds. Mingy's at the heart of the organisation. So yeah, whatever you're doing, Luke, on last day of the season, because even if I get offered an away ticket for that, I'm not taking it. I'm gonna come out with boyos. But I'm also gonna have a laugh all weekend. Because I know Brett's coming up for weekend and that. Because obviously, with him being a Sunderland fan, we've got the full weekend to convert him. So I will be. I'm out. I promise you, boys, I'll be out all weekend, Thursday to. Well, I might take Monday off and do Thursday to Monday so that we don't miss anybody that weekend and just do the full 4-day sesh. You'll find me in different zones at that stage because Sunday's a different day to the Monday and etc. etc. But do you know what I mean? You end up like in a scenario where it's like, oh fuck me. Oh, I met him on Friday night and vibes were good, and on Sunday it's like fucking Monday's horrific. But yes, I'm out of here, guys. I'm also gonna piss myself. Take it easy, everybody. Let's get this sesh sorted, Ming. Ming at the helm, and you know it. It's just to get the funding up, innit, for the hovel. Right, I'm out, boys. The zone out zone, Mr. Whitesnake. Appreciate you. Shout out to every which one of you. I'm out of here in a bit.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.